Greetings, friends. Welcome to Monday, January 23rd. We are Johnny and Dennis. Xavier will be getting to us in a little while. And I just want to say one or two things before I start the show. We will get to what is behind Dennis momentarily. But two things I want to mention. One, I am recording with Carl from Who Are These Podcasters on Saturday. Not really sure what we're talking about yet, but I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. And
Carl
that's
Malone.
that. Then I wanted to let you all know that I am going to be starting a new show by myself. And it's not really a show, it's really like a sub show. And what we are going to, what we're going to be talking about is things that I love on Reddit. And the one thing that I am obsessed with right now on Reddit is my absolute favorite thing, and that would be Hillary Baldwin. And so my first show is going to be on Ilaria, and all my fellow pepinos out there will completely understand and appreciate this conversation. And we're not going to go through the entirety of who mommy is, but suffice it to say, if you're a pepino, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we are going to talk about the birther that she is, the seven children, what's going on with Alec right now, how she has been in front of the media. I am so excited to do this, you guys. I cannot even begin to tell you. I do want you all to also know, though, that it's not only going to be Ilaria, because even though I love her, she's something that I really want to focus on. I am also going to be totally obsessing on my other favorite Reddit thing, which is Eugenia Cooney, who is quite possibly one of the most frightening and anorexic human beings you will ever
Oh
see
shit.
in your entire life. She probably weighs about 80 pounds. She dances until she's about to die. She is as skinny as a human being can possibly be. And I am also obsessed with her. One of the other things I'm obsessed with, of course, are my dabblers. But you know what? You guys have that covered. There's a whole bunch of people who do a bunch of shit and make a ton of money on it, and it's not something I'm going to go for. I also watch and follow Keeping Up with the Kardashian Snark. And this is just all about what fucking idiots they are. I mean, look at what goes on. Look at what goes on at the fashion shows today. So I'm going to tap into things that I love on Reddit. And I think it'll be super fun and something, super obnoxious and something that I think, my people here will enjoy. It is totally Beth too, with 1000%. Um, the way you call her, we call her Larry for Hilaria. Somebody was asking earlier why Beefus is called Beefus, and I told him that we would explain to him when we were on air. So if one of you guys wants to take over and tell one of our new listeners here why we call her
So it
Beefus.
kind of like was one of those morphing things. Because first it was like was it
Thank you,
beef?
Ida.
It was beef because of the size, and then to make fun of Beth was beef, and then it was like beef or beefy, and then but it just ended up being just beefus. That's
I
it's
feel
I don't
like
think there's really much of. I think it was just kind
John.
of a slight progression from what I
No,
remember.
John. Don't you remember, John?
That's
When
all I remember.
John, what was the name of that chick who came on the show with us kind of early with Grace? Remember, she was like a weirdo from Canada.
Yeah. It was rumored that she was behind the Beths blog.
I don't think so. She didn't have
God
that.
damn, I know. God damn, what was her name again? Thelma?
No, 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 no. She came on our
Louise?
show a couple of times. She had a
Oh,
really
Louise.
squeaky voice like this.
Schmickle.
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 Schmickle?
Schmichel or
It's,
something like
it's
that.
it was actually
Schmickle?
Schmeichel.
S
Schmickle.
S
Michael?
Michelle. S Michelle is what it
Doesn't
was.
he do a
And
puppet?
so they used to call her they used to say she was beefy,
Yeah,
and
beef.
then she used to say biffus, which was it was actually French. It was Bouff, right?
Mhm.
And
Woof. Yeah.
somehow I believe that she's kind of responsible for beefus.
Hmm.
Probably.
Probably.
I'm not really sure.
It was a progression though, because it just ended up we just settled on Beefus because it sounds perfect for beef.
Yeah.
Is that the real Zolar? Even a stranger would be a fake Zolar. That'd be
I don't
funny.
know what we're talking about. I'm sorry. The chat is going by super fast right now.
Casey and Zolar in the chat.
Zavor, I'm not sure who you are. If you want to email me at radiogunk@gmail.com, I'm always good to take in a guest to host with me on my Reddit hate. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, if any of you want to talk to me about that, it'll be really, really fun. So we will get to that. It's just a matter of, doing the clips and doing everything for this, which is of course where we extol the most of our
Yes.
ire.
I would be honored to co-host with you, but
Oh my God, you can be Alec.
Rust
I mean, there's just so many amazing things happened in the last 2 weeks. Him going on Instagram and begging people to get his wife to a million followers so that everybody can look at her with her 7 fucking kids. 7 kids, all named Spanish names.
I love you.
He's just being a straight shooter. Easy enough.
Clearly, he's not shooting blanks.
Obviously not.
That was my favorite.
There had some pop in it,
I never shoot blanks. Make love to me, Monique. Make love to me.
Well, you know what? I will save my favorite Alec Baldwin story for that show. Because as some of you know, I have a friend who actually slept with him, a friend of a friend who slept with him. So I will save that for the Ilaria show, which is coming up. I just need a good name for the new Reddit hate show. So I'm kind of waiting on that. And once I figure that all out, I want to jump on Hillary fairly soon. So probably in the next week or so. I just got to finish with Carl on Saturday, and then maybe I can do it on Sunday or something. Alberto, Roberto, Paco, Taco, Nina.
Classic Lord Frank.
It's exactly right. Okay, so let's talk about today's show and what happened. It was a lot of cock and football. I mean, based on the clips that I clipped today, there was a lot of cock and football.
Well, there was also some horse and then a lot of, and then there was a interrupted death wiki.
Oh my God! Okay, right, the death wiki, which was interrupted about 17 times.
Yeah,
was really kind of weird. I mean,
still no acknowledgement that Lola Brigida died. So still none.
But really, Dennis, really, do you know Lola Brigida was like 900 years old and before all of our time.
Star when he was young.
But she was before our time.
But not his. But not his.
No.
Oh, my Gina Lola Brigida.
Gina Lola Brigida here.
Oh, I'm sorry, C-137. I don't know what you're talking about there. What is this all about? Okay, come on, start for me.
Freezing. I'm in a tundra.
Oh, no.
He actually played.
I'm in a
tundra. Why are you starting there?
I'm broadcasting from Alaska today, and
wow, you motherless fuck.
Motherless.
What's funny though,
it doesn't want to go to. It doesn't want to go to. Doesn't want to go to my song.
Yeah, he actually played that bed again today, and that's all I could keep on thinking about when I heard it in the background of the commercial.
Believe me, I know. I was like mortified by it, and I knew you tagged me in on that, and I was like, God, is this like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life? Let me delete this one. Let me go to keepers because I have some new keepers. So let me go here. Let's see if that works. Hang on.
They're good. 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 They are very good.
God, I hate him so much. Okay, so let's start the show now.
Please.
There's got to be a way to sample that, and I want to feel the sun in a rap song. If we have some mix-a-lot in our midst, I would love to just.
One would think Bon Jovial would have done that for us by now.
He could do that.
Yeah,
He's the man.
Right.
He's the man.
He's the man. If he can't do it, no one can. I know he's been frequenting the Deppening lately. He's very excited to be there with you. How's that been going?
We need his syncopation and arpeggiate skills, him and David, when we talk music. He's our classic rock expert. Every time we talk guitar, he's brought on anything musically and punk. So it was done with the Jeff Beck death and the Steven Tyler sexual misconduct and Arrow. So he's instrumental.
Interesting.
So,
All right, let's see how he started the show today. Not that I want to be like old man Stern, but right before we came on the air, right before we came on the air, I said to Dennis, I was like, hold on a second, I have to go put the heat on. It's fucking freezing in here. However, this is the way Howard started this morning, and then we'll talk about this. Sorry. Not sorry.
Freezing. I'm in a tundra. I'm broadcasting from Alaska today, and now there's something with my air conditioning down here where it says it's 67 degrees. I got it set on 74, but it's down to 67. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I don't know. One thing I hate is the cold. I am miserable in the cold, and I'm freezing.
You left the cold, and you're cold.
Now I'm cold.
So let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about the fact that he lives in a house that is 18,673 square feet.
Correct.
That is any normal human being's house times 7, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
that's 7 normal human beings' homes
Right.
Correct.
is where he lives. So
That's his winter home.
that's his third home.
That's his third
That's
home.
right. That's the home where you don't know that you even have peanut butter in it, so you buy 2 of them just in case, because you have no fucking idea what you have in that refrigerator
That's
there.
right.
Not even that they buy things. Okay, that's beside the point.
That's what I want to know, how they get
So-
supplies.
But in 18,673 square feet, one would think that you have like regions of heating, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you'd
yeah.
know how
You
it
do.
was backward
So-
and forward.
I have 2 theories on this. One theory is that it was Beefus going through menopause and cooling down because it was having a hot flash.
But not in there. Not in the basement where
But then
he's.
the second thing is the idiot didn't have it on an auto and just left it on air conditioning, and it did get cold last night in Florida. It did go colder than, probably got down to 65 or so where he was, and it probably cooled the house down. And the idiot doesn't know how to make it go heat.
I got another
But
theory.
it's not even the whole house. I mean, you can.
But
it's
the section doesn't know how to turn it on.
18,673 square feet. You must have regions. You must have
does,
like
but-
the bedrooms on one and the
Right.
kitchen on another or something.
He
like
didn't
that.
have his tutor. He didn't have his
didn't have
thermostat
his air
tutor.
conditioning.
He knew how to do it.
A Brizzo, Jeremy Harrelson, G Canada, and John Doe. We're all on the same page. And you guys know this. How many anorexics have you met in their life? Is there any time where they're not cold? They don't like
No,
to
never.
humble brag about not being cold. Look at how skinny I am. Look at how thin I am. I'm cold. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter what the thermostat does. They're cold all the time. And it's a humble brag, and it's a way to think, I have no body fat. It's like you see women, Monique, walking around New York where they shiver themselves and it's 75 degrees. I'm so cold. I have no body
down
fat.
jackets in the summer.
Right.
In down jackets. But
He's
that's
wearing,
illegal.
Barbados leather in New Orleans in late May.
He wore Barbados leather going over to Aniston's house to get those awful tattoos, and it was July or June.
Yeah.
Everybody else was in shorts and t-shirts. David C., you are 1,000% right. He is a waste of wealth.
Absolutely.
Waste of everything. Waste of everything, David C.
112%.
Yes.
He really is a waste of wealth. And
Yeah.
and we'll come back to this a little bit later when Beth comes in, and she also, of course, will be
Of course.
frozen to the
Of
core.
course. The skeleton twins. They have the same.
It's just
proclivities.
amazing to me that they would even keep the house at 74. I think 74 is kind of high. No,
That's
I
too
mean,
high. That's too high. Yes.
Well,
yes.
for air conditioning, that's a little low. For heat, that's a little high.
for air conditioning, it's a little low. No, see, okay, so in my bedroom at night,
Well, for
when I go to
sleeping,
sleep,
that's different.
I
74
keep
for
it at like
sleeping.
68. I love to be fucking
Yeah,
freezing.
that's perfect.
Oh, delicious.
Yes.
But the
That's-
rest of the house is usually at 72. But if it's below 72 outside, then it kind of evens out. It's whatever it is, whatever.
You remember when you were a kid and you would fiddle with the thermostat? Your parents would hit you with a wooden spoon if you went like 1 degree above what they had it set at. It was like this crazy thing.
I'll give you one better. Growing up in Brooklyn, we had steam heat and we had radiators.
Oh, I remember
And
that.
so they used to have to be bled every once in a while. So you had this
Yep.
little key that looked like a roller skate key that you used to have to put into the heat and bleed it.
Yep.
And like all this like water and
Yes.
black shit would come out of it. Nothing made me happier than to bleed the fucking heating units. But it was always, I mean, it could be a degree outside and that apartment was like 78 fucking degrees.
I
It was
remember
Oh,
Ken
wait.
Herback had that in Minnesota. I was like, why do you still go with that heating system?
Well,
I know, guys. They hire 1,000 people. There's no way they're not getting that
So the-
tightened up.
Yeah.
Actually, Monique, with that, I remember we used to put like wet towels on because it was too dry. I mean, that was like,
Oh my
it
God,
was the pure
absolutely.
dry heat. You put wet towels on it to keep you from.
Oh my God, what
skin
about when
falling
you came
off.
in from the snow or something? All your shit went on the
Oh
heat.
yeah, just dried it instantaneously.
Oh, good times, good times.
You ever roll the towel up and snap them with it, Dennis?
Yes, thank you. We had to
yeah.
shove a coal in a
Hey,
front.
you guys missed Dennis singing Eric Carmen's All By Myself before we went on.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Dennis.
yeah.
It was good, too. I thought it was really good.
Okay, so let's move on a little bit, and we are going to go to a bunch of John's clips within this particular clip because Howard started out after lamenting about how cold he was. He started talking about what's his face who just died.
David Crosby.
David
This
Crosby.
is your death wiki.
Right. And it went on all day because he kept leaving it, coming back to it, and leaving it, and coming
Yes.
back to it, and leaving it,
Yeah.
and coming back to
All
it.
right, G Canada.
G
No, I am not
Canada,
originally
no,
from Florida. I actually grew up in Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island.
So
Staten Island, New
I
York.
know all these things. What?
Pibble girl, you be quiet, okay? About The Bachelor, you know you don't want to watch it this season.
The
Nobody wants to watch
Bachelor?
it this season. I'm all team Bachelor, but just not
He
this
picks
season.
he picks the wrong girl, and they get married and divorced within a year.
No,
Okay,
they don't even
solved.
marry. They don't even get married anymore.
Exactly,
They just
solved.
get money
Don't
and
worry
then they're
about it.
done. So Howard starts
Don't ask.
talking about. Okay, so let me just make a note here. So David
they'll know.
Crosby is the one who just died. Isn't he also the father of Melissa Etheridge's?
Yes, that was he
See,
did the
why did
sperm
I think
donation.
he died a while ago? This is so weird. I keep thinking that he died.
His liver died a while ago. He didn't. No.
Right. So he had Melissa
Oh.
Etheridge's love child, right?
Yes,
about
it was
that.
sperm donation.
Sperm donation. Okay.
Sperm donation.
And then
in the
Neil
cup.
Young is the one who is married to Daryl Hannah.
Correct.
Okay. And then Stephen Stills is dead.
Yes.
Okay.
He's great.
And then Crosby, Stills, Nash. Okay. And then Graham Nash is still alive.
Correct. And he's the nicest of the group.
Is he Scottish, Dennis?
I think
I
he's
just got a
English.
clip of him when at your request.
He's a very polite, very
yeah, he had
nice
some
man.
weird-
I mean,
he's either Scottish or Irish or something.
Hello, Xavier. Hello. Hello.
X-Man.
Hello.
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 Sorry, I had to switch.
Oh, hello.
networks.
Okay. You do what you're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
I'm just
Are we-
going to do.
oh, Stephen Stills
Are we
is
talking
alive
about
also.
Dave Crosby? Crosby?
Yes, we're talking about Bill
Has anybody
Cosby's
told a
brother,
stiffy joke yet?
Dave.
Yes. I corrected myself, so shut up. I corrected myself.
I'm not really sure who
Has
they
anybody
are. I
told
got
us-
to be honest with you.
Has
I wasn't
anybody
a
told a
big-
stiffy
Everybody's
joke yet?
screaming in the chat.
Hey Mo, you know
Stephen
people say
Stills
that
is
we
still
talk
alive.
over each other.
Well, actually, they were making a bet at the beginning of when you would first say the F word. So if you can stop and not say the F word, then we'll actually have
Did
one
I have
bet.
I said the F word already?
No, not yet, but you're only on for the last 1 minute and 29 seconds. So
Monique, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
judge
but
ye-
Benjamin's got it. Well, just to clear it up, it's Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, and Buckwald. That's the agency. Thanks, Benjamin.
So Crosby dead, Stills alive, Nash alive, Young alive.
Young alive.
So they're all alive except for Crosby.
Dude, didn't he like his liver died like what 10 years ago?
Dennis-
Made that joke.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yeah.
Little Phineas.
Parallel thinking.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, Crosby is dead, but Whiskers is still alive. Go figure. That's exactly right. So, okay, let's talk about
Okay, the real question is who had him alive in his 80s 20
I
years
had
ago?
no idea he was still alive.
Oh,
Nobody.
him? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
nobody.
absolutely
That was a
not.
sucker bet.
How old was he when he died?
He's like 81 or something like that.
Yeah, he's
He made it to his
Deathpool guy.
80s.
He's definitely
81,
Deathpool.
82.
Steve Z, absolutely. I thought he died like 15 years ago. I swear to God, I had no idea he was still alive. I just did not.
The
So
only
let's
reason
talk
I knew
about
he was alive is when they did all the announcement about all the sperm babies he had. I mean, seriously, that's the only reason I knew he was still alive.
Okay, he was 81. Okay, Stata Zid for a moment. Let me talk about Neil Young and Howard. See, this is Howard trying to make good with Neil Young because he
Yeah.
just had him on, what, like a month ago or so?
Please.
And I bet you that he mentioned it before he came on again about how fucked up it was that
Oh, F word. Who had Mo? I had
oh,
Mo.
shut up. Let me
I
put-
had Mo. I had
He
Mo
was so
at
loose, he even put his
what's the minute
foot
marker
up.
now?
I felt bad about it. It was this show where David criticized Neil Young's wife. You know, I didn't know we were going in that direction. I just said, "Oh, you know, what do you think about Neil?" He's and then,
Go on, Rupert.
David made a snarky comment, and it did cost them their relationship. And I feel bad about that. But David was just so great.
Oh, it's just so great. So, John,
What?
hold on. John,
Howard has nothing to do with that. It was another interview he did. He had Crosby on to follow up on it, and then Crosby talked about it, and then he had Graham Nash on. But Howard didn't initiate the original feud.
Yeah, I was
going to
bring up that point because he didn't play the tape of him doing that because it really didn't happen on his
That's
show.
the Robin Williams thing, Dennis. We had the show on years ago.
Never happened.
He made it up.
You know that he made it up because he didn't play a tape. He has all this tape of Days of Crosby.
All the tape,
done three
Dennis,
times. Three times.
Monique has it. All the stuff they said at Monique, that your request of me, Monique has. That's the only dialogue of this, and it's nothing to do with it. He did not precipitate this.
okay,
This is
so
exactly
is it
like
really,
Robin
would
Williams.
you say in a sense, would you say it's kind of like a weird Mandela effect where we think that it was something that was said on the show?
No. It's him
But in fact
lying.
it was not.
The other thing is that he did such bad interviews with David Crosby. He actually discovered things after David Crosby died about David Crosby. He was on for 3 times.
I kept saying
Total
2.
6 hours. 6 hours he interviewed him. You should know everything about a person at that point, and he didn't.
Johnny, tell me which clip should I refer to with this?
Well, the original brouhaha is Neil Young
Brouhaha.
himself. So Neil Young himself comes on October of 2014, commenting on their feud, which Howard had nothing to do with it, which he's taking credit for an interview, just like the Robin Williams thing we did.
Yep.
It never existed. So I would play Neil Young it's in chronological order. It says Neil Young.
Hates David Crosby 1 from
Yeah.
October 2014. Okay, and what show was and this was on Stern.
Yeah, it's funny. That's from 2014. And guys, I just circle back to the Pelican Brief. So I'm looking at all the shows in and around those years. They really tried to follow the Marcy mandate of 2 guests a show. It's really bizarre. If you go through that, they tried to uphold that and they couldn't do it. But those 2 years, they tried to. When you go through them all, they had 2 guests a show.
Okay, let's hear some.
Okay, now.
Nick, I got it.
Okay, Howard, I have a question for Neil Young. Can you put me on hold for that? That was
Let me pause it.
What is your question for Neil Young?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I should have prefaced this. So I deliberately put that in. It didn't have to be in there as a proof that they don't take phone calls for the guests anymore. But Howard's never fully announced that. So the guy's like, well, I want to talk to Neil Young. So he asked him, can I get on hold for Neil Young? And Howard, obviously, he dances around it and doesn't say, you got to listen to this.
Okay.
I mean, I'm probably going to have, I've waited a lifetime to talk to Neil Young. So I don't know if I'll get to your question. Why don't you tell it to me and maybe I'll incorporate it into my thoughts. I added you when I was a kid and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young broke up and you were sort of back with Crazy Horse. And then I heard,
Well, I don't know if I can put the music on.
But the other 2 guys, Crosby and Nash, not so much. That was the rub with that band, right? Good idea. And
Is that
Crosby,
him?
what is going on there? I mean, he's made statements. It's like a little war or something. You said, hey, there's never going to be a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young reunion. And he goes, oh, tell us something we don't know. He's angry with you. He's pissed off. He's this, he's that. What is that? I mean, you guys make such beautiful music together. I don't understand it.
Playing with Stills and Nash in that band was really great.
God, it must be so boring to talk about a group that like peaked in like 1976 or something,
Oh,
and
before that.
What are you talking about?
and then that you
60s.
pretty much still have to talk about all that shit over and over and over again. I can't even imagine how fucking boring that must be.
Because we've had nothing to replace it with.
I
Monique, because
know.
music's dead.
No, you're right.
Yeah, there's been plenty of good music since then. Come on.
Yeah,
Some of
it's
that,
just
but
not.
you know what I mean?
I think, I wish him the best with his life.
Right, but there's a bitterness there.
There's love there. There's nothing.
Wow, huh?
There's just nothing else there.
So my dream of you guys reuniting, having a little concert, maybe doing the Deja Vu.
That'll never happen.
Never happened.
No, never.
He hates
Oh.
David Crosby because Dennis, it's about Daryl Hannah. And what
Correct.
exactly is the kerfuffle? It's about
I don't
Jackson
even remember.
Brown.
It's so long ago. I don't remember.
Here's what I think. It's what it seems like.
Oh, but over
He-
Jackie
they're
Brown?
they're friends with Jackson Brown.
Jackson.
And they
Oh,
accused her
yes,
of making up
yes.
the wife beating stuff. That's what I think is certainly part of it.
And Neil
Here's the
Young was
thing.
defending.
Name
Neil
one
Young's
person that has a
defending and Daryl
positive.
Hannah's attacking. Yeah, okay.
There's not one person that has a positive opinion of Crosby. Everybody thinks he's a gigantic douche.
He is.
He's an entitled piece of crap that took some kid's liver that should have got it. Nobody likes him. Nobody liked him.
So, but he was talking shit about Daryl Hannah, apparently.
Okay, well,
why don't we know this,
This is right.
guys in the chat? Can somebody give
Because
us
I
what the
don't like
conversation was?
I don't like Neil Young to start with, so I don't give a shit what he says.
Me neither. And what's
I
part
hate
two
I
of
like
it?
him better than fucking Crosby.
What's part two?
The,
of it?
the other
slightly.
thing was now Neil Young was married to Joni Mitchell.
No.
He wasn't married to Joni Mitchell? Neil Young?
Oh.
Joni Mitchell.
They were dating
Well,
each
they,
other.
yeah, let's say they were.
you're
Let's,
right
let's
on
just
that,
say
yeah.
they were
with each
together.
other.
Let's say with it together. David Crosby also loves Joni Mitchell, and I think he accuses her of breaking them up. In addition to the Jackson Brown wife beating anecdotes.
Janita says that Neil broke up with his wife when she had cancer and
Oh.
died. Crosby liked first.
Yeah, thank you, Mike McCann.
Keep on chemo in the free world.
So Crosby started
Exactly.
talking shit about Neil Young, and then that took on a life of its own for years and years and years.
Okay, what's part two of those clips? 'Cause maybe
It's
not-
more trash talking, I guess.
all right, let's see.
Young. Crosby came to you and apologized for whatever wrongs he's done, and he said, "Listen, Neil, it's so silly for us. We're getting too old."
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing that's there's nothing to
Nothing to
apologize
fix?
for. No.
I feel like there is. I think I have to step in.
Well,
You're fixing something that apparently
You're so right, Camila Head. A bunch of old people no one cares about. I'm not even
isn't
joking.
fixable.
The drama in
this is
Fleetwood Mac is more fucking enticing than
This
this
is 8
shit.
years ago.
It wasn't one.
yeah, it was.
And what happened?
Yeah, this is 14.
Fixed.
Oh, and it's still not fixed.
Was that your fault that it didn't get fixed, or was it?
Absolutely not.
Jeez, you're so.
I did
perfect.
everything I could.
Neil Young abandoned his autistic kid.
Wow, these guys
What?
have some shitty demons, huh? Is that true?
Yeah, they are. Just because they could do 4-part harmony, everybody gives them a pass.
It's
It's,
true. How about all the statutory rapes, Dennis? So those dinosaur rockers
Bro.
in the 70s.
Well, yeah,
crazy.
of course.
Absolutely.
Jesus, wow.
It's like the age of Aquarius man dating a kid. apparently.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Okay, so he starts to go through a whole David Crosby "This Is Your Life" wiki, which is what he normally does.
This is your death wiki.
This is your
What's
death.
the matter? Glenn Miller's biography wasn't available.
So then Beth starts to traipse her way, plod her way downstairs.
Howard has positioned himself as a classic rock ambassador in the last 3 years.
And he
We all
doesn't
know
know
what a
dick.
poser he is and what his
Howard
music
doesn't
is.
know anything about anything.
I know. Monica has
He
queued up.
is-
That's his real music.
He is the dinosaur's dinosaur talking about dinosaurs.
Yes.
I mean, honest to God, it's like.
Don't look into it.
Did he at least leave the kid with poutine money? Oh, that's horrible. Made us chuckle though, so thank you.
Going to hell.
Burning
Going to
in-
hell for that boy.
Exactly. Okay, so let's move on a little bit, and we're gonna go to Beth trotting downstairs to talk to us about some very, very important things
There we
that
go.
are going on
She's
in
freezing
life.
too. Let me guess. Let me guess.
Of course she is. But listen, because she's standing in the background, so you can't even really hear her.
Step grandma, take it away.
Well, and better than that is the fact that he starts going on almost disgustingly about the fact that she's finally finished with her period and now they can get back to having sex. And this is what he starts with. Here we go.
No, thanks, honey. My beautiful wife, Beth. Hey, can I tell that George Santos story, or is that
She's in the background. You can't hear
Who
her.
lies more, Howard or George Santos?
Howard.
I think so
All
too.
right,
I think you might
Howard.
have him beat.
You look good. Are you done with your period? Because I might need you tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Years
Would you
ago.
stop announcing everything.
Please tell my audience if you're done with your what? Shame on me. Love you.
Love you. Love you.
Exactly, Kylo. She hasn't menstruated since 2010.
Love
Yeah,
you.
I mean, Jesus left the Jews last time she had a period.
What is
Christ.
the deal with the menstrual cycle, Monique? What do you really? What are you
Oh,
broad
let's
supposed
go
to be
to the
doing?
next clip first, and then we'll talk about it because I had some
Yeah.
comments about this as well.
It's just lost.
All right, here we go. Hang on. She's still in the background.
Shame.
All right. I'll tell the
Shame.
story. No, I'm okay. Wait, come here. What? I can't hear you.
Try to find the veteran. You know,
We have to find the veteran.
we want to help him find another. We want to. We have a
Come
doctor.
here and talk.
Jesus Christ, the production
Honey,
value
I
of the
can't
show.
You're making
I'm
sense.
not coming on air.
You look great. You look like $1 million.
Wait,
Would you stop
it needs to look good to go on air.
Busy
Yeah,
doing
hang
animal
Ay,
stuff.
ay,
Meanwhile,
ay.
you're half naked. I think it's a great look. say what you want to say. First of all, I'll tell you what. Let me give you an update on Bella the pig.
Yeah.
You ready? She's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, Ida.
Sorry.
Bacon.
Sorry,
This,
Bella.
this is classic Beths personality disorder. She's
Let me
got to
tell
be
you about
huffing
the,
around the background.
Ugh.
She knows exactly how this process is
She
supposed
knows
to
how
go.
the process works. She knows how to get on air or to not get on air. She wants
Yes.
to be on air because she wants
Yes.
to tell us about Bella, and then
Yep.
she wants to tell us about George Santos, and both are great fucking stories. So I'm looking forward to talking about that with you two, because you three, because it's just ridiculous. Let me just finish the
Everybody's
clip
been
real quick.
asking me, and it's
Yeah.
No,
let
it
me
isn't.
talk about that.
honey, this is not good.
Oh, that's crying.
So she has a George Santos story, which is what I think she's going to start with here. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it. Let's just hear it, and then we'll go. We'll come
What?
back.
You
to it.
look?
Yeah.
Are you feeling ugly?
Yeah.
You look so
I just
beautiful.
woke up. This is terrible.
I know. But all right, say what you want to say, and then I'll finish the rest. Say about
Say what you want to say, and then I'll finish the rest. Go ahead. It's okay. You can talk to the grown-ups in the room. It's okay. Go ahead. Say something.
first of all, say about what you were just saying about helping the veteran.
Oh yeah. You tell.
Okay, this is great because she's almost as bad as fucking JD trying to articulate a sentence.
Real
It
people
doesn't.
can't talk about real people
No,
and
it-
human beings.
I'll tell you why. It doesn't know any of the real details
Of course.
because it has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't wait to share the details
She
with
can't
you. So
profit from it.
let's listen and hope everybody can understand what she's talking about, right? Here we go.
The
I don't even remember.
whole George Santos.
Yeah, I thought you got a report from
Oh,
our
that
good
part.
friends, at North Shore Animal League, saying that he showed up.
Well, they didn't tell me. There was somebody there adopting wrote to me saying that George showed up at North Shore with his publicist to take pictures of the animals.
Oh.
And they told him.
Well, maybe
goodbye.
it wasn't him. Let's be fair.
Maybe it wasn't him.
It could be a false report.
But that
All right.
being said,
Listen.
the story about the GoFundMe where he collected money and then is this
It's well known.
it's well known.
Yeah.
Where he
It's well
pocketed the
known.
money.
It's a secret.
We're trying
Well
North Shore, we're all trying to find the veteran whose dog passed away who didn't receive the money and ended up dying. We have this amazing litter of puppies at North Shore that we're hoping that to offer him to adopt.
Okay, dullard, idiot, moron. It happened in 2016, and a quick Google of the veteran's story will tell you that he was preoccupied with finding a place to live at the time. As time when I guess this type of thing. Ball said that luckily Osthoff was able to get a new service dog right away. Okay, this happened in 2016. You
7 years ago. 7 years
Okay.
ago.
7 years. Okay, granted. Yes. George Santos is an absolute foolish fucking liar and should really not hold any office. I mean,
Is he any different than any of them?
No. He's much different because he's prolific. There's
Wow.
nothing he hasn't lied about, from my mother dying in 9/11 to being
But,
Ukrainian
all right, so
Jewish refugees.
Let's go back to the adult. All right,
Couldn't
so
get any better. So anyway,
saying
the
that the
story
kid-
was
that
is
this
that
guy
this
needs a puppy.
well, this
Literally.
veteran got they George Santos helped him set up a GoFundMe for his poor baby dog who had a horrible tumor on his side, which you can see right here, the poor baby. And
No. Ah, God damn it.
That's all you
That's
got.
a big tumor.
He wound up having to be
No,
put
it's
down.
not a tumor.
He wound up having to be
Ah.
put down. And because George Santos never gave over the money that they had gotten. Okay, so this moron wants to offer the veteran a puppy because it lost its dog 7 years ago. This took me all of a minute and a half to find. And all she can tell is like, oh my God, that's a wonderful idea. Let's give him a puppy because it's coming from me. And it's from not
a puppy.
Hey, Mo.
You know all those homeless veterans from Vietnam, Monique, that are skulking around New York with
puppy.
Oh my God, with
PTSD. And if you
PTSD,
just gave him
like
if you just gave him a dog,
puppies.
all their problems would be go away.
Absolutely.
She's
This happened
really
so
onto
long
something.
ago that this was like the 5th year. It happened during the 5th year of the Bianca's Furry Friends fleecing.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
Christ.
I seem to think it was
Um,
okay to give puppies out to Harvey Weinstein and Matt Lauer, right? Did we do that?
Oh,
And I love how
absolutely.
And Howard, what happened to the 9/11 fund money you took from everybody? Where'd that go?
Wait a minute.
Horsetooth Beth couldn't trace it back to anything. She couldn't get a paper trail.
What?
Where'd that money go? The 9/11 fund?
Oh, you mean the fund that the money went nowhere? I don't know.
So
Went nowhere and
talking
didn't
about,
announce.
talking about trotters, let's look at Beth's Instagram today. So I was on the phone with Xavier and we were just, chit-chatting about the usual bullshit, trying to figure out how many posts she's made so far this year because Xavier's doing a running thread about it on RadioGunk.
I am.
And she comes up with this little bathing suit with this fucking hat on and the gigantic, you'll think I'm skinnier if I wear bigger fucking glasses.
That's right.
Yes.
Seems to be like the horrible, horrible trend, which I will tell you
never-
goes right back to Ilaria because she
I never
also
thought of
wears
that.
these horrible, gigantic fucking glasses to make herself look better. So anyway, as I usually do, I decide I'm going to find that swimsuit. So following my bouncing ball
found
here,
it.
I finally found it on Etsy. And when you go to it on Etsy, you will see as I blow this motherfucker up, it is a
Oh,
I cursed again, did I? BDSM DDLG. I don't even know what DDLG means. Somebody help. Kitten swimsuit, pet play,
I don't even know what that is.
submissive kitten BDSM gear, MDLG, casual and discreet kitten play, fetish, kink, one-piece swimsuit for $60.
fetish kink.
It stands for Dunderheaded Dolls Lying Grift.
Yeah,
That's the best I
Exactly.
could do on short notice.
This is absolutely like a Caitlin Hatley kind of swimsuit.
Oh,
I didn't
Caitlin
know that
Cookie
about your
Wow.
sunglasses. That anorexics do that because they're big. That's new to me.
Oh my God, they love it. Yeah, it makes the
didn't know
faces
that.
look skinnier. So the bigger the glasses, the skinnier.
Yeah.
So
Look
yeah,
at
so
that.
sorry, Beth. Sorry that you chose in your pool to be wearing a kitten swimsuit with a hat that has the ties that go under. I mean, I'm just
It has-
the
it
whole
ha-
outfit is so fucking
But it makes
It
her look so
literally has-
young.
Yeah,
it
you
has
guessed
the
it, folks.
tie like Howard's wig does. It's almost like the same thing with the strap on it to keep it on.
That picture, that voice. Yes, she's 50.
Who wears who?
50 years old. 50.
50.
50.
Years old.
Boy, that broad's
Look at
got
that.
a dumper on her, doesn't she?
Wait. This is amazing. I even commented when I saw this. It made this outfit sexless, completely and utterly sexless.
That's meant to order a full gift.
Get the gimp.
He's sleeping.
Oh
You
my
gotta wake him up, man.
God, how amazing is this, you guys? I was so excited when I found this afternoon.
Dude, okay, no joke. It took Mo 15 seconds to find that. It was so ridiculous that it's like, dude, you're like a savant for this shit.
This is what I do. You show me a piece of fashion. and
Mo,
God.
go find your shit.
So you want to know what DDLG means?
Please tell us.
DDLG. Okay, go.
Daddy dominant little girl.
Oh,
Perfect. Perfect. What were the odds of me finding that in her search history?
You guys, this is perfection.
Spaghettios.
So Enrique,
Daddy
the pool
dominant
guy.
little girl.
That is creepy.
Okay, and what is MDLG?
I'm afraid to even know at this point.
MGL. All right, let me look it up. I'm scared. my Google's gonna explode.
Is YouTube gonna flag us for this?
MG.
We're just doing research, bro.
Yeah.
There's got to be an AD in it for Arrested Development.
Can you imagine
mommy
what her
dumb little girl?
Mommy dumb little girl and daddy dumb little girl.
Holy shit!
I
Wow!
thought LG was like about TVs and shit. What happened?
Wow!
It's
I have an LG TV and I feel dirty.
Wow!
Think about her
I'm gonna have to
existence.
go get a
right?
Sony now.
Think about her. Think about her existence.
Times will change.
She is on SD looking for little girl crap. That is so creepy.
Good. They're good.
Oh, I didn't want that either.
What are the odds though that she's got purple strap on in her browser history?
Seriously, you
Stupid,
guys?
pointless life.
Dude, that is like, you know what? In a million years, I would never fucking guess that.
She think about her life. She's a model. Like, I'm a drinking coach. She's had 4 acting roles. She's never held a job. She doesn't have a driver's license. You take Howard's. What has she ever done? Think about how pointless her fucking existence is. If you just put it all together in a body of work, isn't it really?
Do not despair. Be true to your feelings. Times will change. Your oppression will end. But if you're a man, be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be a toilet lover.
I get cut off by Roman Polanski.
We would have turned the call collect.
Oh yeah, exactly, but we'd have to do it collect.
Okay, but okay, so we're talking about her non-existent existence, right?
Jesus, what's up? Wait, what is that? Is that part of the hat? The bow?
Yes.
Holy shit!
It's like she took that from a Colonel Sanders cosplay costume.
Garbo after a
KFC cosplay.
I say, where's my bow tie?
Okay, here's something stupider than that. Okay, first off, Coco Lemon has a new house made of cardboard.
Oh yeah,
wait,
I'll give you the thing. Those are at Aldi. They're actually a big thing. They're actually at Aldi.
Oh, you're kidding me.
They're $10 at Aldi.
Now I didn't realize that Coco Lemon was actually couldn't walk. I had no idea that
Coco Lemon's worse than that. Coco Lemon has some sort of spine injury where she can't pee on her own. I actually had a cat like this.
I have a clip of that, but I had no idea. Yeah. She's so cute. I didn't know that she had.
There's no way that Beefus is doing what needs to be done for that cat. I
have clips of that, but first let me play this because it's just so fucking ridiculous. It's not. It's really almost unbelievable. Here we go. Hang on.
Oh Jesus! I can't hear it.
We can't hear it, just so you know.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh wait, you can't hear that.
You can't hear that because
look back. They're boning back.
It's out, I think. It's like when I mount you from behind.
Please stay with me momentarily, and I will
Sure.
take care of all.
Staying.
Just stay with me because you need to
I
hear.
say.
It's,
Right, Chaka Khan. Even the names are basic bitch, horrible nicknames. Like it's
You know, it's she's
Shaka
got
Khan.
she's got a billionaire's black Amex, and right now in Paris is Fashion Week. You think this dumbass would hop on one of those private jets and just go there, enjoy yourself?
No.
Was it
You
Gary?
know?
Gary Puppet posted a picture of her walking. Was her parents' house, Monique?
It's muted
back to,
right now. It's
Yeah.
muted. I see it's muted.
I know. I wasn't. I was waiting for you guys to finish talking. So,
Okay.
all right, hang on. You hear that?
What's going on, honey?
Some things are private. This is love. What you're looking at is love, I think. Prehistoric love. Wow.
Out in the open too.
I wish they'd be in a bedroom somewhere. They're freaking lizards.
That is weird.
I can't believe I'm watching this.
So the one orange. They're not even in it.
I think they are.
Reminds me of us.
Honey, look at us.
Yeah.
Is that what we look like
Yeah. Not even.
when you mount me from behind? Oh my god.
I can't. I can't.
Oh,
When you mount me from behind.
That's my favorite beard. Pretending they get.
Yeah, they actually have sex because
you-
remember, Howard has never seen Beefus's
Butthole?
rear end.
No, I've
Butthole.
never seen her ass.
Never seen it.
Well, if we're
So-
gonna be realistic, the Beth would have been the lizard on top.
She walked
That's
out of the
true.
room backwards,
Yes.
right?
Here's
Yeah.
my takeaway from that video. He's so paranoid about you plebeians knowing where he is. He won't even lift the camera to show you the water, afraid you might recognize the low tide or something and track him down. You see how
Too late.
calculated that was?
Yes, it
Every
was.
curl is manufactured.
All right, here's another classic one. If we're sharing Bethograms right
That's
now,
good.
because this was just this one made for a lot of people's avatars this week, which was kind of curious.
Edward,
Was,
goodbye, penis.
it was just really weird. I don't know if any of you had seen this, but let's listen to this one.
No,
This what?
This is
What do
so
you mean? No?
awful.
I haven't
Wait.
seen it.
What?
I did.
What?
unfortunately.
Well,
This is
just
the
because
best
I count
ever.
them doesn't mean I look at every freaking video.
No. Literally 7 people have this as their avatar this week. All right, here we go. Ready?
I'm going to count. 1.
Oh, this one.
This one.
You too.
1.
Not looking.
No, you got to look. 1.
Really?
Skeleton twins. What are you up to?
Okay.
You know, I have a theory on this.
Okay, wait.
Please.
Okay, you got to go until you.
This is her trying to. Howard and I have a game where I try to go 5 seconds without laughing while he's recording me. I've never won in our 23 years together.
You can do it. Okay, ready? I'm going to start again. All right. Tell me when you're ready. 1, 2, 3.
Oof.
Just let play,
4,
please, for crying out loud.
5.
Did it? Oh my God.
All right,
She's
so-
laughing. Does
Is
that
this
mean
now on
Jackie
her
wrote that?
IMDb?
What?
So yes,
Is this now on her
so-
IMDb?
Yes.
Self. Swimming pool, self.
So the one part of me is believing he's there without his wig on, and that's why
Oh,
it's
yeah.
laughing. But you know what's so it's so pathetic is that this guy, this thing, it is supposed to be international supermodel, yet every time it's on camera, it is the most uncomfortable
Yeah.
thing I've
Absolutely.
ever seen in my
Unnatural.
entire life.
Yep.
I've never seen a
Unphotogenic,
model
unnatural.
so
Yep.
uncomfortable
Yep.
by a camera.
Terrified by a camera, right?
Terrified.
She
Acts
looks so
weird.
anemic too, Dennis, and skeletal, that off-white complexion. And I'll give her credit if she looks good. I'll tell you she looks good. I think she looks hideous there. She's just anemic looking. She
It
really,
looks-
it's really not going well when you're too skinny post 50.
All right, let's do it again.
It's just brutal, actually.
gonna-
The whole thing is brutal.
Okay,
This
okay,
is
we're good.
used in Guantanamo.
Yeah, we're good.
Well,
What are
to-
you up
to-
to this time, Skeleton Twins?
Oh
Two
my
Master Ghosts. You're
goodness.
so down to earth, guys. You're so down to earth.
Hey
Cold
Dennis,
in
but
the house, but super warm
in
in the
her
pool.
defense,
Yeah.
in her
in its
defense, she's only
defense,
used to Arab speaking photographers.
Yes, it is true. Turn around. Turn around.
Dinar.
Okay. All right. Let's move on, shall we?
Exactly.
Get to. Okay. So I'm sorry for that Beth diversion, but we needed it.
You should be.
We had to.
It was part
We
of
need 10 Hail Marys
the
after
little
that.
comedic interlude to go with our show. All right. So I'm going to go on to my next clip, and that would be about
Shukra.
story. All right, Power Stern, and about Bella. So if you recall last week, was it last week already?
It was last
Bella
week.
was a pig that some of her friends were trying to get from a county fair, where these pigs and other livestock are auctioned off for food, not for people to raise as pets. And I'm sorry that you two, Meg and Jerry Weinstock, didn't know that the fucking fair was for livestock. Okay, so you fucked up, but the power of Stern obviously wasn't really working in your favor.
No.
Let's see how hard they tried to get Bella back into.
And
somebody's
last I
loving
heard,
arms.
Bella's meat was donated to a charitable organization. So, yay,
Let it
Bella.
go.
Oh, it's
Well, anyway,
horrifying.
Oh my
we were
God.
upset about it. I got the voicemail, but I called the slaughterhouse personally.
Yeah, sure you
Did
did.
you really?
I called the when I got off the air, I called the fair
Did you?
that held the auction.
No, you called the CEO woman.
Oh, did I? Is
Yeah,
that who I
the
called? I
CEO
don't know who I
woman.
called. I
Don't-
left
don't just call
messages.
the fair,
Very
call the
nice
CEO.
messages for everyone.
Well, I was
And I
nice
s-
to her. I'm
All right,
not happy
but I
right now.
said very nice
Not,
messages.
not happy right now.
Some way anyone could step in and
She
pardon.
could have.
Okay.
You could have.
I don't know. I don't know. I just left some very reasonable messages saying, come on, in a country where no one's paying attention to laws anymore. You're allowed to go down to Congress and say the vote wasn't fair and overthrow the government. Why are you worried about this pig?
I love the way he equates things. So listen, this is Beth's justification for it. Like if only they could have gotten a hold of somebody, here's what they would have done.
I don't fault the slaughterhouse. We
No,
tried calling
I
them
don't
at
either.
all. But
Stern was
if
list.
by chance they put Bella aside because of all this, get in touch with me. We will never say anything ever
Right.
again.
We'll do it on the down
I
low.
will personally, Howard and I will personally pick her up.
Right.
And
Yes.
nobody will ever know. And I will change her
What an
name
asshole.
and nobody will know. So
Yeah, we'll change it. Nobody will ever know. We'll come personally. Me and Howard Stern will come to the slaughterhouse personally and pick up a 800-pound fucking pig and put it into our Mercedes. What's the big truck that they have? What's it called?
I know they have an X5. That's a thing. That's a thing.
They don't have a BMW X5.
They did for a while.
No, they had that big Mercedes, that
He has a Mercedes,
$200,000.
not a G-Wagon. He has
Yes, it was a
he had a
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon, yeah.
Had a black G-Wagon. Is that
That's
Bacon
his,
behind
but
you? Is that what I
Beefus
see?
has been driven around in an X5. I could tell
Yeah.
by the interior. So
I don't know from that. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
While they passed 2,000 homeless veterans on the side of the road.
exactly.
To do so.
So let me tell you a quick story about the beautiful pork ossobuco I had on Saturday night.
Well, as Canada is saying, and I don't know if anybody necessarily knows the answer to this. So he said the whole thing was a publicity stunt. Nobody pays $4,500 for a single pig.
It's probably right.
No, it's absolutely way too much money for pork.
Well, I don't know. I've never purchased livestock myself, so
I think it's under live pork's under $1 a pound or something like that. Like somebody help me with this, but it's usually not a lot. So it would have been like $500 for that pig because a lot's waste.
I don't really know anything about it. But yes, you're right, Steve Z. This kept her busy for 48 hours. That's exactly. That is
There's
exactly.
Bella.
You think if given a chance, Beth would have gone down there with a fake mustache and a trench coat for the pig?
And put it under
Try to
her,
walk him out.
put it under her jacket.
Come on, Mr. Porkchops. You are now John
Bella.
Smith. Just walk normal.
And she said, and Bella, I think Bella even had a middle name. It's just so sad. It's like, okay, sister, tell me you've been like a vegan or pescatarian your entire fucking life, and you never had like a bacon cheeseburger. You lying sack of shit.
Oh, don't tease me.
Oh, she was
That's
so
what I had for dinner,
aggravated.
actually.
She had a
God knows what Beth's throwing up when no one's around. That's what she tells
broad
us.
worn. Remember her tacky leather outfits?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
She's-
lambskin. No, don't say leather. Lambskin. The dress that she
Whatever.
had on when she broke her ankle, when you see her sitting in the hospital, was a full lambskin. So a very, very baby lamb because they're just so cute. So let's move on a little bit. We have more Beth Blather to discuss.
So you look miserable. It's so cold in here.
Do you want me to get you a?
No, I'm wearing a
Sweatshirt.
coat, and I think it's going to warm up. I hope.
I can hand you Coco Melon. She's warm.
Yeah, she's like a little
This is
blanket.
discussion
But
for later.
Heating pad.
Yeah, she's so cute.
yeah, all right. Well,
She just peed on me.
she did.
Yeah, she can't pee on her own, so I was picking her up to take her over the litter box to stimulate and do her bladder, and she peed all over me.
Peed all over you.
Yeah, it didn't get there in time. It's okay. Special needs.
Why don't you sit on my lap and warm me up?
My sweets.
Look good. Hey, boner. I like. Are those
Conversation.
pajamas or sweatpants?
My sweatpants.
Nice.
Oh, look, my panties are showing.
Yeah. I love how.
Nice try. We still think you're gay. Nice try. I just say it in every situation. Now. Nice try, guys. We know he's got it.
All right, you're old, you're gay. There you go.
I
And then
can't-
that.
I definitely cannot fathom this moron taking care of a cat that needs to be expressed. I can't even fathom.
I don't
being able to.
understand this whole thing. So can you
The maid
explain?
does,
All right.
bro.
So what you have to do is you have to take the cat, you aim its rear to the litter box, and you can feel the bladder in the stomach. And what you do is you take the bladder and you kind of squeeze it and kind of shoot the pee out. That's kind of the way it works, because it just kind of shoot the pee out. And they have to be on special medication. So I know there's no way that this thing's taking care of itself. It all by itself. No way. No
Thank you,
way, no
Chocolate
how.
Con, by the way, Deidre and Imus had these conversations, except it was about
Yeah, very similar to that. Definitely.
Yeah, but they were about humans. It was actually about helping little
Did
kids.
they-
Yeah,
I
kids
have
with
a
cancer.
really serious question, Dennis. No joke.
Yeah.
Most of the time, these cats that she takes in, where she brings them to the hospital, she removes their eyes. Wouldn't they normally put down those cats? And I'm
Absolutely,
not
100%. Because it's a numbers game. There's millions of cats out there, and you can't. And it's really kind of sad, but it's the truth. You got to, if you want to save as many as you can't waste $5,000 on one. You really can't, because you could probably save 100 with that $5,000 instead of the one.
Right.
So I mean, they waste money like no one's business. I've never seen a charity waste this much money for animals.
I know.
It
It's
is
like,
truly
and I was
amazing.
going through the Instagram today. It's like, oh, this one just got back from getting its eyes removed. This one just got back from getting all its teeth taken out. This one just got back from, putting a stent in it. I mean, just like the craziest thing.
There seems to be no cap, and they bear no expense, from private jets to that. And how many people are running around with like good jobs that don't have benefits?
They
And this is
flew
what-
cats in from Europe and South Africa.
I know.
I mean, seriously, really?
It's crazy. Like they literally have cats that have had more surgery than Jeremy Renner at this point.
It's so
I thought
cute.
you were gonna say Piven in his hair.
I just don't understand. And, I understand wanting to help cats in need. You know what? I could understand if you dedicated your entire being, to, let's say, the elderly who pass away, who leave a cat behind,
Yeah.
where you want to give it a life for the rest of its life because you know that it was
Right.
with somebody for its entire life. I get that. Like, I get the rationale behind wanting to give that cat an adoption. But
This
to
is like
totally
over the top sob story, Monique. It's like
Yes.
embellished
It's like,
illnesses to make
yeah,
themselves look more benevolent. You know what I mean? It's like
bingo.
it's like two tardos would do. Two basic bitch tardos would make up. Just every ailment you could. They're blind, you know. So just to make them look more benevolent.
Thank you,
There,
Josh Foster, with calling it out.
Thank
John
you,
Arms
Josh.
called it. It's just an endless example of a closeted man saying what heterosexual men say when they're talking about women. Dave Magadan would never actually.
Who am I, Cesar Cedeno over here, Josh?
Nice.
they are, no joke, they are 6 months away from getting these cats Social Security benefits and Medicaid.
Exactly. I mean, really, where does it stop with them with this?
Exactly.
When we did that walkthrough with through North Shore, I mean, honestly, I really can't. I went through how expensive that surgery suite is,
Remember?
but I don't think I don't think common people really don't understand
Yeah.
how expensive that surgery suite is. That surgery suite costs more than most normal veterinary hospitals
believe
in
it.
Oh, entirely, right?
In total, building them from the ground up.
Better than that is the fact that she doesn't take the cats there.
It doesn't even take the cats there.
Or donate
Yeah,
any of their
that's
money,
ridiculous.
as per the people who told us the gossip from North
Remember
Shore.
how remember how I was complaining about how much money he's spending on vet bills? It's like, didn't you
Yes.
just build a multi-million-dollar vet facility?
They didn't build
Dude,
it, not with
They
their
didn't build
money.
a penny of it.
Not with their money. That's what the whole thing was about. That's what that whole donation thing was for, actually. Okay, let's talk about.
maybe
Okay,
she pays. Maybe he pays the vets in stilettos
this is
and,
our
and
last.
plugs.
Maybe cats eat
Plug.
their residents.
Louboutins. Last
There
thing
you
about
go.
Beth is she clearly doesn't understand the way menopause works. So let's talk about that with her for a quick second because she's not that smart.
Yeah, she's always on her period. You know,
Well, I
funny.
thought my period had ended because I skipped one,
Yeah.
remember? And
Yeah.
I thought the whole menopause
It was ended because she skipped one. Okay.
thing was going to start happening. But now it's back full flow
Yeah.
once a month. Actually, it's like sooner than once a month. I don't know what.
Oh, now she can't stop
That's
bleeding.
regular. You know, that's part of the process.
Now she's bleeding like Bella at a slaughterhouse.
Remember how I said we all get stupider when we listen to this? You think I'm
Oh,
kidding?
bro.
Oh,
You think
dude,
I'm-
I don't know
is
how
that
I can
not-
put that together.
Glove.
Really?
So are you saying
You know, that's part
Glove.
She doesn't understand how women work. Like, I feel like she's one of those people that really doesn't even go to the gynecologist. Like, I think that she doesn't want to know if there's anything going on with her. Like, she doesn't
Yeah,
understand.
she thinks she's 2 years old. She's trying to
Did she
delude
never
herself
have
by
that talk with her mother? Like, seriously, did she never have the talk with her mother?
Have you
Arrested
seen
Development.
your
She's-
mother?
She's literally that that chick that you read about that didn't know she was 8 months pregnant.
Exactly.
She thought she had a tummy ache.
Exactly. And it just came out. I didn't even have any.
I can see it saying that.
Understand.
But you know, once again though, I put this in the whole fantasy world kind of conversation to
Magical
make
thinking.
it seem sexy because it hasn't seen a period in this decade.
Well, that's
I mean,
part of the grandmother thing, Dennis. That's why we won't bring up because she's the
Exactly.
step grandma. It's all to make herself seem like she's this perpetual, almost like
young.
suspense. Yeah, it's right, eternally young.
BBDL. What is it? Wait, what was it?
How's it going?
BDBL?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basic
BDL.
DDLG. Let me
Yeah,
just write
right
that shit
there.
down.
Yeah, one right there. Yeah.
DDLG.
Yep.
Right?
Daddy's Dom, little girl, right there.
Daddy dumb little girl.
Right there.
I'm pretty sure
Right
we're on a
there.
federal watch list now.
Yes, I'm wearing pants, Aldi, you big dummy. I don't know. I just found this very funny. What?
Well, no,
Drew
you're wearing
said, like,
shorts. If
grocery-
you're wearing pants, you'd be warm.
Yes, okay. The people behind North Shore Animal League is a big cat eye removal. It's the feline medical industrial complex. Sylvester the cat was a whistleblower. He had to be eliminated, replaced by a clone. I found that incredibly silly and funny. He took some time to write that shit
Yeah, I
out.
crafted that, Rodney.
Yeah, well
crafted.
crafted.
That's
my
why.
goodness. Okay, so we're gonna move on a little bit and go to. Oh, okay. I guess we're.
That killed me.
And Judy Tanoon is right too. It's all part of an audio paper trail too, to
I'm wearing
prove that
shorts.
they're doing what from the Instagram to this. Look, we're doing stuff. We can write off $10 zillion.
Oh my
Look.
goodness, everybody. Okay, Dave Delafiore, thank you. If Beth is still having a period, I'm going in for a hysterectomy. Listen,
Classic
okay, so you know the way
classic
it works. So
Delafiore.
when women get into like their late 40s and into their 50s, you start to get like in your late 40s, you start to get something called paramenopausal, which means that you kind of sort of, well, you definitely can't have children anymore, but you're going to start getting like a little like maybe not consistent periods every 28 days or whatever, unless you're on the pill where you're just going to stay consistent until you get off the pill. Is literally the way it happens. You can have a period well into your 50s, even 60. What?
But
70s.
if
Yeah.
you're malnutritioned, you actually can stop your period
Exactly.
earlier, which is what it's happened.
Okay,
I know this.
I'm not necessarily sure that she's that anorexic. I mean, listen,
It's
you saw
pretty
what I showed
anorexic.
you at the very
Hey,
beginning with Eugenia
what
Cooney,
isn't giving away
who
anorexic here?
weighs like 80 pounds.
But look at this.
Listen,
I know somebody that was almost as
gymnasts
thin as
don't
me.
get their periods, but they're not the skinniest human beings on the planet. It's just that they work out a lot and they, their hormones haven't kicked in yet, and it's like stunted development. I'm with you
Yeah, most of them are
completely.
like 7.
But I'm trying to help you understand the menopausal thing.
I understand how women work more than it does.
But from a serial liar, how do we understand it exactly?
We don't.
Exactly.
Coming from her mouth, I don't.
The period thing is her way of maintaining some longevity to her.
Of course.
Her
Yes.
age. Because she doesn't really know how to use like Instagram filters yet. She does the big fucking sunglasses. She looks like, Greta Garbo. She's trying everything she can to keep herself, as young looking as she possibly can.
How much?
Chick has less periods than Judith Regan and Ratso Sloman, for Christ's sake.
You know what? She knew how to hook a billionaire. I give her more credit. With this whole dumb act is exactly that, an act. She's not the brightest person, but a lot of this shit she just says to sound fucking like a kid.
But Xavier, it's just like when you're out running a tiger, you just have to be the slightly faster than the other one.
Oh yeah, you have to be
just
faster than your
slightly
friend.
Smarter than Howard. That's not a lot.
Excuse me. You know what? When an hour and 15 minutes is dedicated to having your wife on air talking about pigs and menstruation and saving vets, it must be spoken of. Okay.
And
you know what? When I don't talk about something during the show, but when an hour and 15 minutes worth of the show is something that we talk about, you don't like it either. I don't even know why you listen. I gotta be honest with you.
All right. Not only is it talking to his beard for an hour and 15 minutes, he interrupted a death wiki of David Crosby for this.
Yeah.
He stopped it at
He interrupted it
7:15
5 times
and picked it up at 8:30.
Well, let's get back to. Can we get back to David Crosby? Let's
why not?
There you go.
I've had enough bacon.
Well, now you got the update. Anyway, getting back to David Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cold in here.
Yeah.
Think about the irony of
Getting
it.
back to David Crosby. So, that's a
ahead.
horrible story about Bella the pig. It was
Write
just
him that
a
eulogy,
human
guys. 70
pig, and
people.
then all of a sudden people want to save it. And
Yeah, let's get back to David Crosby.
Nice
By the
segue.
way, another 20, 30 minutes went by before he got back. No. I'm sorry. Didn't they go into football after this?
Yeah, they went into homo-erotic zone. Yeah.
Okay. So so you're going to be really happy that we were talking about Beth for the last 25 minutes, because now we're going to talk about cock and balls. Okay.
Cock and balls.
So we went from pigs and period to cocks and balls. Okay. So pigs and pussies. Okay, everybody's got the same thought channel as we do right now.
Guys, go listen to Fillmore. He's got better shit going on right now. Let's go. Just go. Leave us.
So
I'm
I
hankering for some McDowell's.
at the 12-minute mark
Yeah,
when
he's
Howard
like,
Stern was on Letterman the first time.
I know this is the first time that he wore a white shoelaces with black shoes.
Johnny Carson.
Right, I see those socks there as well. And
It's very,
he cocks his
very
head.
risque.
You can see what the hair looks like. Maybe that's a wig. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into cock and balls now, and let's start. Let's start
The
with
Drew Show.
what?
The Drew Show. Cock and balls. The Drew Show has left.
I love it when Rodney speaks about himself in the third person.
Patreons and periods.
Patreons and periods.
Stupid show we run. It's like,
Oh my God.
what happened to us? We used to have dreams and ambition. Now look at us.
That's so funny. The Drew Show has left the chat. Is still making me chuckle. Just so you know.
That's pretty funny.
So let's get into some cocks and balls.
Very important stuff.
I know we are all over the place. This is how our brains work.
This is how the Stern Show is.
Yeah, God forbid we don't have continuity on this horse shit. God damn it! If ever a show
Blood
didn't
on the
deserve
side,
continuity,
blood on
it's
side.
this.
One on side.
Okay. Hey Goose, I'm blowing the hatch. Eject.
Sauce on side.
Damn it! It didn't work.
Oh my God, I'm sweating now. I gotta put the.
You're sweating like me trying to read.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go to let's talk about the Bengals, shall
Look
we?
at Mike McGann money.
Let's
Half
start.
the period,
Oh my God, we gotta get half the period.
right in the garbage.
Right in the trash.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody told Bob my credit card time. Okay, let's finish some clips here. Let's go to the Bengals. Here we go.
Hey, by the way, yesterday, before I get back to David Crosby, I was a real man. I watched the Bengals play the Buffalo Bills.
The who?
In the snow.
The Bengals.
Nice smoke.
How do you say it? Bengals?
Walk like
Bengal?
an Egyptian.
What do I say? Bengals? Like bangle
Yeah,
bracelet?
Or like the rock group. The
No, you say Bengals. Bengals.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
I
you're
say-
saying like the rock
what a
group, the
goon.
Bengals. You're saying,
Yeah, I am.
watched the Bengals, like these girls got out there and played.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's talking about.
Nice smoke.
No.
We still think you're gay. That's okay.
Susan Hoff got hurt.
Yeah.
So then
Susan
starts the
Hoff,
football
please.
conversation. And it was just really just his, malcontents talking football, which nobody cares about, honestly. Nobody cares.
There's nothing worse than JD's Bengals and Richard's Chiefs, who we didn't start liking until they started getting to the Super Bowl. That he's from
Absolutely.
Kansas. He's a Kansas sports fan now. That he has to, now that Howard gets to spend entire shows on their stupid and pretend to be heterosexual and pretend to be interested via Will and the Eagles, or however it goes. You just got to root for them on the level that so he doesn't get to use it as material.
Well, we're going to talk cock and football now, so be prepared, everybody. Here we go. This is just random clippage about cock and football. That's all I got.
Yeah. This is kind of weird because this is how you and JD last year ended up in Cincinnati versus Kansas City. That's how the cum hat happened. I remember the bet like it was yesterday.
Of course you do.
That was a year ago.
How funny is this that they're just giggling like school
Like
kids?
idiots. I mean, like absolute
JD
morons.
penis if Cincinnati loses,
Yeah.
and I want to see it for 20 or 30 seconds, and you wanted to draw it.
Yes.
And if JD said, well, if you lose, we get to come on your Kansas City Chiefs hat and shirt.
Yeah, that didn't work out last year. If anybody listened to our shows about the cum hat last year,
That was a year ago.
it basically was passed around to a bunch of them, and then I think it was deemed a health hazard or hazardous waste.
Yeah.
It was deemed. And they were trying, because it was during the height of COVID, they were trying to ship it to each other so that they could all come on the hat and then send it back
Oh,
to,
Hilarious stuff.
and
I'm
then
still,
they
we're
get
still
so
somebody
laughing.
from Nick
hilarious.
Law
Well,
called
in
them
their world, it was
Can't stop.
it,
and
It's
said,
it
"Dudes,
died at
can't,
Benji's hands. It died at Benji's
yeah,
hands.
died." Well, what
the
time?
show was always homoerotic, but now it's just taken on a level where it's I mean, it's such the go-to. There's no question they won't go full-blown bathhouse in every situation. It was always bad. Now this is just there's no chance
Oh,
any
this is
testosterone's left on any level.
Yes, thank you, Coach. It's a biohazard. Yes, it is a biohazard, but let that not stop us from thinking of other things that could be just as amazing, if not better, for this year's football. But first, let's talk about a little kicker confusion because they're all idiots.
He ended up making a couple field goals, so I guess he got it better in his head with kicking. But
talking about
man, he was
Dallas for 2
missing a
seconds.
lot
Yeah.
of extra points.
Was
Hey,
that the same guy the week before that was missing
No,
all
because
the
that
extra?
was
Yeah.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who couldn't
Right.
make an extra point.
No,
Can
it
you
was
imagine?
still Dallas,
What
but they
about-
still won.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, kill me.
Yeah.
what about the
shit.
Boston Patriots? Remember that? Went on that Giants parade.
Holy
This whole
fuck.
thing, it just gets so much worse, and I actually was pained by cutting these clips today
Yeah, I
because
bet.
they're just so horrible. And so let's think. Okay, so now let's go into other ideas of things that they can do for this year's bet to ensure a fun and frolicky good time is had by all. Here we go.
Ah. Well, that is one suggestion for a bet. The other suggestion was that whoever loses the bet,
Let's keep reading.
Benji jerks off the loser to completion.
Wow.
That's right.
Okay, if that's not enough for you, then let's try this one.
All right,
So
here's a
I'm
realistic
in for
bet.
that one too.
You're in
Howard.
for that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Or my third idea was the winner, the loser of the bet would have to wipe the winner's ass after he shits.
Okay.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Okay, how about that one? What do you think?
How was this?
Right
How was this pitched?
Well,
do you think?
How is any of this even remotely heterosexual in any stretch of the imagination?
Or funny? I mean, not
or
just even
funny,
just
or any. I mean, this is
how is this
literally.
pitched though? How is this framed? That like we always say, who is this show for? How do you think this is crafted? All this bullshit. Is it through text?
Oh, it's
Is
him.
It through,
It's all him.
It's just,
It-
it's what
He's
does Howard
leading
want?
all of this.
Let's turn football
This
into
is
homoerotic.
Benji and some other
Yes, this is
assholes
all
came up
Benji.
with
Yes.
all these stupid
Yes.
ideas.
Very
what
Benji.
Howard wants to hear.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go back to the cat mutilation discussion.
Exactly.
Make
Told
Howard
you.
happy.
Told you. I told you. Let's continue.
How do we keep
Let's
our
How about
job?
continue.
The loser has to groom the winner's private parts, like do a nice shave and
No, I don't want him to. I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, so of course they want that. But let's do some more.
you know what it is? How about this? Here's a nice, easy one. Richard, I know you're in on this. JD, the loser has to stick Ronnie's vibrating egg up their ass on air and
Okay.
like keep it in there, and then we turn it on and see what happens.
How about that one? Anybody?
Jesus.
Anybody?
How about we bring in resources, right? Judy Tenuto, and that you don't have to report to because you're a partner. We'll say,
Yeah,
what would have
where-
happened if he wasn't a partner? How much trouble would you get in?
Yeah, I mean, so where's Jennifer Wins? With
Yeah.
this, I mean, because this is a pure violation of.
Is it
of
really?
everything.
How about this one? How about this
Right,
one?
I got an idea.
Oh, of course you do.
Richard, if you win the bet, you get to jizz all over JD's cards.
I was going to say his.
No.
I like how Al D puts it, Monique. It's so simple but so great. So very gay, so very old, so very stale, so very forced. I'm adding to it, but that's it. Doesn't it sound like just the laziest? Just not even trying anymore.
It's literally the same gay conversation from 6 years ago.
Yeah, you would
What
think
Tamara
this could
said.
easily
Tamara
be 6
says
years
this is
ago.
also about humiliation. Stupid.
Well, yeah,
Tamara, I
it's
agree with that, but I
it's
think
this thing
Howard
right here, right? Isn't it the DDLG?
DDLG. DDLG.
Tamara, I agree with that, but I think Howard should be more humiliated than either of them because this show is for him. If he thinks they're humiliated, he really is the one that we're looking at because he's the mandate. And he's who it all goes through.
So how about this one? So one of JD's prized possessions is his spelling bee trophy, as you may or may not know.
Right.
Let's
No.
see. If Richard sticks JD spelling bee trophy up his ass, I'm not sure if that's good for him or bad. I don't know.
know that he can get it up there.
How about that one? How about this is my favorite. This should be everybody's
Shank,
favorite
yeah.
because this is as good as it gets, obviously. On
Unless
the show.
we do the pube beard bet, which is we glue the winner's pubes to the loser's face, and the loser has to wear a pube beard for a month.
This is another.
Jack off, rip off.
Hey, Chad, you feel yourself getting stupider listening to this? This is them in the morning. And Dory Morgan writes, Jizz, I get it. He said jizz. That's hilarious. Pubes on the face.
Stellar,
good stuff.
Stellar rocker, DDLS, Daddy's dominant little staff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's pretty. It's pretty spot on.
Listen, truck drivers all over the country just want to hear this. I mean, they're just waiting.
Dennis, who was in the chat today that said to you, I think it was, if you had just rented a car now, you hadn't listened to Howard in years and put this on, this is what you'd be like,
This was one of my favorites. Reno said today, "Why doesn't Howard cut to the chase? So when he gets to fuck Howard in the ass."
Yeah,
exactly.
I think Artie said that in a roast joke once.
It was
just fuck each other in the ass.
The one that has the dog as avatar. That's who said it. I can't think of
Yeah,
it.
I know what you mean.
Regal Oasis says football bets again. JD or Richard should tell Howard that if their team wins, he has to go back into the studio. Then we'll see what a sport Howard is.
Keep in mind, last year they milked this Super Bowl bit up
Oh
until
my
he took his
Laundry
summer
room, that's
vacation.
who it is. I think Laundry Room said that.
It did go right into
Yeah,
vacation.
they were when he went to his vacation summer vacation. They were still talking about the Super Bowl crap.
Yes, I remember that.
That's
You know
how
what, Dennis, I
that's
found
how bankrupt this show
98.
is.
Oh, okay.
Oblio
one of
98
those
says,
two.
imagine getting a new car this morning, spinning to Sirius to check it out. You haven't heard Howard in a very long time. You fire up Howard 100 and they're talking about what kind of disgusting gay antics they should do to each other all the time. Other if their sport teams loses. What a show. Sign me up right now. Give me the car for 5 years. That's true.
Yeah. What do we call those? What do we call those listeners?
Oh, McAfee virus.
Zombie listeners.
Zombie listeners. Those are zombie listeners. That's exactly what that is.
Because that's all who can listen to this is the zombie. This is unlistenable radio. I mean, truly unlistenable radio.
Yeah.
How anybody in serious management, how any major stockholders, how Liberty Media doesn't go.
They don't listen. That's the thing.
I know, obviously not.
Listen to this
They
crap.
pay no attention. Nothing.
Zero.
No accountability. This is
No
what you have when
accountability.
you have
Zero.
no accountability.
I'm gonna move on
Let's
a
just
little
say
bit.
the quality control ain't there.
No, but I'm done with football for a little while now.
Thank God.
Then they went on to, you know what? And here's another thing I can't stand. So after this, and by the way, all that talk was probably another hour's worth of the show. Then, then they went
That's my
on to
favorite.
talking about Ronnie and Ronnie's glasses, and about who Ronnie's going to invite to his wedding.
But Monique, a question. So the thing in the chat, Affy goes, it's a podcast. Yes, Affy, it's a podcast, but it's a podcast that's in the premium part of Sirius. You have to pay more to get it. You literally have to pay more to get Howard.
You would never. What would this podcast be about? It's a podcast about nothing. Usually, when you have a podcast, you have some passion or some direct subject you're talking about. Not this. This is nothing.
No,
This
it's
is less
about
of a podcast.
older man with homo-erotic dreams.
Living them
That's all
out
it is.
on the air and getting paid $4,000.
Those 70 people on staff don't pay themselves.
That's right.
Somebody has to pay for them.
That's right.
And shamefully, Dennis and I are two of those fucking morons who pay for him.
Hey,
That's
I
right,
beat them
G
down
Canada.
and I canceled 2 subscriptions. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
At least Ida listens to Andy Cohen.
At least Ida listens to Andy Cohen. I've never listened to Andy Cohen.
It's more
Better than this
masculine than this show.
What is-
Wow.
They make Andy Cohen look like a lumberjack. Somebody said in the chat.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it was
Then he
Kate.
moved on, and again, he's talking about Ronnie and that other guy who now comes on all the time with Ronnie because Ronnie can't stand him.
Oh yeah. He's like it's Eugene, right? Perlman or something like that.
Perlman, is it?
Yeah,
And
no,
he has a
Perlman, Mike Perlman.
Yeah.
He has a horrible tone to his voice.
He sounds like every Eugene out of Brooklyn.
Oh, should I buy a kitten? Should I buy one of those kitten bathing suits and put it on for everybody? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
can we do that?
Sure.
Sure. Whatever you
Sure.
do.
Okay, so if we get to how
Like
much
you don't
was it?
already have one.
If we,
$60.
No,
if we
like
get to
now
60 bucks,
I can
if
pretend
we
I
get
bought
to
it.
$60, I will put it on and I will wear it for a show next week or the week after,
Uh-oh.
depending on how much
Perv's are gonna
get
come
it.
out.
Make with the
do
super
I'd
chats,
buy it and wear it for the show next week.
Super chats in 3, 2.
Yeah, I don't know how to do a tote board on here, but yes. How much was it? $66?
$60 plus
If
shipping.
it gets to $60, then I will buy myself one and I will wear it for a full show. How about that?
And
There we
then
go.
and then we'll see how long she can go without laughing at Arm.
Okay,
Come on.
so
that
let's
was
move
like
on.
30 minutes ago. We forgot about that.
Yeah, well, I guess nobody wants to. Yes, it'll be perfect on my OnlyFans. Yeah, that's you know what? That's the funny thing. It'll be one person. The OnlyFans. It'll be one fan, and
Only
that will be
fan.
it, paying me $4 a month.
Oh, actually, there's a little digression right here. So I was out with my car buddies at Hooters, and this waitress, who yeah, of course, Hooters waitress, who was quite endowed, and flirting with us and whatnot. I'm like, I looked at the guy, said she has to have an OnlyFans. She had a ZL1 Camaro outside, which is a $60,000 car.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm like, dude,
It's like
she
an
has an
80 grand
OnlyFans.
car,
Found
right?
it,
At
and I'm
least it
like,
starts.
look. There's her OnlyFans. You ain't paying that with tips at Hooters.
There is no way.
I love Dennis getting a motorboat and he's staring at the cars in the parking lot. while it's going on.
Absolutely. Cars give less trouble than women. Trust me.
So are dogs. Okay, so we're gonna move on, and this is how we're talking about. It was about Ronnie home. Wear it, baby.
We're almost there, guys.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, so Ralph tells me what to wear. I don't even remember what was going on at this point. I think Ronnie was talking about just walking around looking like shit at home, and his wife or his girlfriend complaining about it. I guess she went to Florida for a while and then came back, and
it was so weird. All right, this conversation about Stephanie going to Florida, like Ronnie's going, well, I don't want to like stay there too long and miss coming back. For what? I mean, you can't zoom in from Florida. I don't understand it. Like, it was the weirdest thing. He literally wanted her to go.
Clean that up, David. I know you're responsible for that, and that's really Coach. You can donate right on YouTube. I think there's something called like stickers or super chats. I'm not really sure which one it is. One or other.
If you just post your credit card with the 3 numbers on the
Yeah,
back
if you
right
just
now,
post your credit card
we'll
right
take
here.
care of that for you.
I'll be able to take a snapshot of it with
Don't
my
forget
phone.
the 3 numbers on the back though.
Initial here
and your zip code, please.
Of course. All right, so let's listen to him talk about Ralph telling him what to wear. Here we go.
That's an interesting.
I wear whatever the fuck I want in my own house, dude. I don't need him to fucking tell me. Does anybody tell you what to wear in your fucking house?
Yeah, of course. Ralph, my wife. People
in your
comment.
house.
Ralph, my wife.
My wife will say, "Why don't you put on something nice?"
He ever is now is in his house. So if they're telling him, they're
the
in
other
the
day.
house.
My wife says to me, you're always wearing that same stupid T-shirt that doesn't fit you. And she says, you got a million nice shirts. She went and bought me a couple of shirts. She
went and bought me a couple of shirts. This is the same guy who just said that he has a million shirts. He just said that he has all these T-shirts that were custom made for him during AGT. He just said he got rid of everything in his closet, but then his wife just went out and bought him a whole bunch of T-shirts because he wears the same stupid shit every day. You know what? He probably has ugly Florida clothing. I bet you he just has shit clothing down there. He has nothing to wear and he has nothing to wear out. Abe Rizzo, thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for figuring it out.
But wait,
so much.
The confusing part of that whole sentence is that it was Ralph that's the one that's dressing him, but all of a sudden he makes it so Beefus is doing it. No, it was Ralph.
He's always got to be the hero.
Ralph's in Florida.
So.
Ralph's not in New York. Ralph's in Florida right now.
So his wife went out. Right. Oh my God, you're so right, JX. Pacific Sun and Zumia's.
Yeah, I can see him wearing Pacific Sun. Yeah.
Zoomies. What about zoomies?
No,
But
I don't want to
guys,
know.
you guys should realize that 90% of the time that he videotapes or records himself at home, especially in the Hamptons, he's still wearing that polo.
Yeah.
It's not even Ralph Lauren polo. It's like Polo Association, United
Yep.
States Polo Association, which is literally some Syrian company out of 112 West
Kirkland.
4th Street. And it has like Sherpa on the inside and it's sweatshirt material on the outside. And that's exactly what he wears. And I'm sure he got that like years ago, but that's all he wears. Like Beth, all she wears is those overalls. That's pretty much what he wears around the house.
Is there any
No.
thinking about Ralph? Is there any better job
Nobody
security
thinks
than
about Ralph.
having this goblin wigula rasa with obsessed with vanity and insecurity that it really is a lifetime job. You're polishing this turd for 50 years. You know what I mean? He has no identity. He's so insecure. There's no better job security than being Ralph. You can't polish this turd to the fullest. It's never done.
Interesting. Wait, I got to go back for a second here. Right. So thank you, Brian, U.S. Polo Association. That's exactly who it is. But Coach, you're so right. That's part of OCD. Yes, you're probably right. He probably wears it because it's something that is part of his. I need to put the. What are you knowing about, Mr. Doctor?
First of all, he doesn't have OCD because the pamphlet was to cure his gayness. No, this is him just being lazy and thinking what is cool. Somebody told him it was cool once, so he keeps wearing the same thing because he was told it was cool once.
Monique, did we
It's
not just
nothing
listen
about
to a clip of
OCD.
Ray and Ben saying he doesn't have OCD? They've never seen any evidence in his entire life.
I'm
Do you
just
really believe this?
I'm just trying to figure out an understanding for why he wears that U.S. Polo Association.
Because someone told him he looked good in it.
Yeah, but now it's ratty. But that was years ago, and now it's ratty and shitty.
Because he'll keep wearing it because he's a moron.
It's distressed polo, Monique.
Now it's post-distressed.
Yes.
I did, in fact, try another Costco hot dog, just so you all know.
Yes.
I did. It's become part of my routine. If I go to Costco, I need to now buy a hot dog.
That's how they get you.
I'm just telling you right now, it's just too much. It's just too much food.
It's too much.
It's just too much.
Are you
It's
saying
just
it was
too much. It's just too much.
Are you saying it was too big for your mouth?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Noted.
It's literally the size of this water bottle, but you have to like squeeze it in order for it to like mush into your. That's disgusting. You guys are being gross, and Xavier, you really are going to be shot for putting these up. Stop
Mine's
it.
mine's a chicken bake.
Stop it. You disgusting.
I know, right, Tomcat? You think this is a payola infomercial for Costco and Costco hot
You would
dog?
think.
You
We're
would
not
think.
that smart.
John O'Reilly, we're not that
We're
smart.
not that smart.
We're not that smart.
We're not that smart.
Mine's a chicken bake, by the way.
It's true. It's true. I'm like a bumpkin now. No more big city. I tell anybody in New York that I ate a Costco hot dog, they'll be like, I'm sorry, you did what? What did you do? You ate what? Where?
G Canada, by the way, congratulations for getting terrorist threats from Germany and having RadioGunk in the Deppening
I'm sorry,
in the
what?
email as well.
What?
Congratulations. remember the forward I sent you? G Canada got threatened on Twitter for harassing the Deptford wives. Did you see that? You got the official. Oh yeah, I think I showed you the screenshot. No, he made the screenshot. He's very proud of it. He said that Depp killed Jeff Beck. And so the Deptford wives all reported him to Twitter. Twitter took it very seriously, and Germany issued some kind of terrorist threat to him, and then had RadioGunk and the Deppening issued on the official.
Oh my God, you're kidding me!
I swear to God, I showed you the. There it is. He's laughing at it. How dare you taint the Deppening and
I think that's
RadioGunk
an excellent
brand?
idea. I'll buy the bathing suit and I'll wear it 1 week and I'll do it on the show, and then I'll send it to Dennis.
I'll put it on and I'll do my driveway.
So now we're ripping off the Stern Show.
Dennis hosing his driveway down is far more entertaining than
But
anything.
you have to do it from the rear. So just
Absolutely.
That'll be extra sexy.
You gotta see that tushy.
going. You know what? If
What
I
have you
could
become?
laugh, you have to think about the fact I can't do the Costco hot dog on air because Oh, you know what I'll do? Okay, the next time I go to Costco, I will live stream from there. So it could be any day at any time, but I will live stream from there, and I will show you my hot dog eating capabilities. Yeah, now who's gay? Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So we're going to continue now. And apparently John Lovitz came in today.
That's
and
was
what are you laughing
unfortunately
about, Dennis?
happening.
Okay, so this was how John Lovitz was introduced to the show. Here we go.
It was funny as hell. And then, because he does the liar.
Right.
Remember that's his big.
You're the liar, Howard.
And it's so brilliant. So
Brilliant.
I know the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon had on John Lovitz doing. It was funny.
So it's a handoff from Fallon.
Totally.
John said, "Hey, I'll do it on your show too." I said,
"Yeah, I'll do it on your
Gotta
show."
trace everything back to the Jimmys, Monique, in terms of how he books this show. All about the Jimmys.
It was not an original idea.
Yep.
70 people didn't come up with this idea.
Well, I'm going to cut over some other. Oh, thank you, Hattori Hanzo. Oh my God,
now.
I'm going to have to wear that fucking
$25 now. We're getting there.
No,
I'm not
we're at
counting Ida. I'm not counting Ida.
$25. Yeah, $25 right now.
Okay, so I'm going to just jump over a few of them to go to John Lovitz and how he was introduced. And this was
Yeah,
just
that's the ticket.
Brad
Morgan
Gray, right? I didn't listen to the
Fairchild.
show.
He was funny.
This
Brad
was
Gray's
just
never.
Morgan Fairchild. That's the
how the
ticket.
rest of. I know. I thought John Lovitz was dead too. I know. I don't know from any of these people anymore.
Even David Crosby.
But here's the way John Lovitz.
Before you do, Monique, as far as I'm encyclopedic about the guests, I am. I believe I am. John Lovitz has never actually done this show, to my knowledge. He has been danced around. He has friends of friends of friends, but he's never actually been a guest on this show.
Correct.
I'm pretty positive.
Well, let's introduce him, shall we?
Every day, a new lie, a new discovery that it never was.
Well, believe it or not, any second now, knocking at my door should be George Santos, and there he is, right on time. Wow, there he is.
Wow, Mr. Santos. I can't believe you're here.
And he looks great. You don't look like a guy who's under siege. I must say, you've been accused of being a liar. And what do you say? Go ahead.
Oh, hello, Howard. Listen, I can't talk too loud. I'm in bed with Emily Ratajkowski. Yeah, that's the ticket. Can't keep her hands off me.
Oh, my God.
Good job, Lauren. Cast him again in 1985.
And it went all downhill from there, my friends. It went all downhill.
That's the best of it? That's the best of it?
That's the best I can do.
That was actually the highlight of the entire
That's the best one.
That literally was the highlight of the bit.
It was really the highlight. It was just kind of horrible. I do want to play a little bit. Howard,
do you have his interview? Do you have the interview of John Lovitz?
Nope.
All right, so let me summarize quickly.
I know that he was a little star fuckery was in.
He was star fucking like a bunny. I mean, he was dropping names so fast.
Why was that? Why was that happening?
Because that's what he does. He's an absolute utter asshole. There were people in the thread that were like going, "Yeah, this is typical John Lovitz. He's an asshole." He just name drops. He's just absolutely just always trying to be part of something. But my God, he would just literally have nowhere just drop 4 names in a row. Like
literally, his 14 minutes and 59 seconds were up, and he's just got 1 second left with George Santos. That's exactly what's going on. He's of no consequence to anybody's life.
He wasn't even good then. I mean, that's the part. I mean, I can't believe that Comedy Central gave him a show. Do you remember that? He had a show.
He had the critic.
The critic.
The critic, the animated
series.
Yeah, in fact, Howard was on that. Remember?
Yes.
Remember they had the cockroach? He's like, "Hey, show me your thorax."
They parodied him, but he didn't do a voice on it.
Yeah, remember?
He thinks he's too good for that.
Did he? Did he not do it?
They parodied him, but I don't think he would not lend his. There's no way.
No, it wasn't really Howard, but they did like a cutaway.
Yeah.
Where it's probably, like Howard Stern has a cockroach on air.
Elon Gould.
And he's like, show me your thorax.
Totally.
I don't know from that.
And you know what? I should kill myself for remembering that.
You really,
Yeah, you
really
should. That's okay.
I really wish you
I should.
I remember those.
Goodbye, guys.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
It's so bizarre. He's been horrible to Lovitz throughout the history of this show. Just terrorized him. Yeah, the Phil Hartman stuff, and I got you 2 of those clips of 2 examples that we did. You don't have to play them now. I'm gonna play the end, but it's such a weird thing. Howard has this weird incestuous bullshit going on with Saturday Night Live now. I don't know what it is. He doesn't get the show. He hated the show. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't host. The Vanity wouldn't let him host the show. And now him and this Lorne Michaels, Jimmy Fallon, weird Hampton.
You know what? though? You know what?
Hampton.
I am. I only have 2 more clips that I'm going to be playing for you, so I'm happy to play John Lovitz smeared by Andy Dick and Howard. Is that the one?
Yeah, you don't.
I have it.
This
I'd
is
love to play that.
You didn't say queer.
Well,
I said smear the queer on that clip.
News radio has been canceled.
Yeah.
Right. And didn't you, in fact, say after Phil Hartman's death, you said to the producers, John Lovitz, no way. I think that you should respect my feelings here. I want the show to end now. You were against John Lovitz.
I have to admit that when Phil died.
Who's that talking?
This is Andy Dick talking about
Is he
how
not dead
John
yet? Seriously? Is
No,
he
he's
not
still
dead
alive,
yet?
but in a lot of trouble.
and has
Barely
3
though,
kids.
right?
He has 3
Barely.
kids.
He got
Barely
arrested again
alive.
last week.
Yeah.
He got
gets
arrested. Yeah, I
arrested a
just saw
lot.
that.
Yeah, like
He's-
last week, literally.
Died
Yeah.
for me.
Right.
And I took the show because of Phil.
You did.
I mean, he was the main reason. I said I didn't. It wasn't an interesting show.
He liked it. You liked it.
Exactly. I mean,
And when they hired John Lovitz, you said to the producers, look, I'm under contract, so I have to perform another year. I'm not going to burn you on my contract because I want to work in the industry. So I will.
no. I had. Yeah.
You had to.
I had to.
You had to work.
To do it.
But you
and
said
I
to them.
went begrudgingly.
You did.
I did. I was a little bit. John Lovitz is a nice man, and he's got a good heart in there somewhere. And he really does. He's a good guy. But
You're biting your tongue as you say that. You obviously don't think he's a good guy. You're not
he's really trying hard.
to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Right. But you're
And
saying
that counts for something.
But he's not your type of guy.
Even
Yeah,
though he
personally-
winds up.
What was the problem, though?
He accused John Lovitz of jumping in Phil Hartman's grave as an opportunity to take when Phil Hartman died and killed by his wife.
Well,
Which
wouldn't
is
take
about-
that opportunity if given it.
Well, it's the worst thing you could say to John Lovitz because he's Phil Hartman's best friend.
Right.
So like he could care less about Phil dying. He wants to jump in his grave on news radio.
Yes,
And
Yeah,
he's gonna
that's a
do-
ticket.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing you could say about him.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on just a little bit because I hate.
Yes,
Andy
coach, he
Dick.
just got arrested again.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did last week.
Joe Rogan's
cast member from News Radio.
It's true. That's
He
so
was.
true.
That originally Ray Romano, right, got beat out for that or something. Ray Romano got the role, and then Joe Rogan took it from him. That's how that went.
I think Romano didn't he get his own show, and that's why.
No, I think he got it offered first, and then Rogan
Oh.
took it from him.
You guys are so cute. I've never watched that show once.
You know
in
what
my life.
though? Phil's
A lot of
best
talent,
role
stupid
was
friends.
what's that dude from the Simpsons? Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might recognize me from
Well, it's Phil
such
Hartman.
documentaries as "Get Self-Esteem, Stupid."
What is that? What are we even talking about right now?
That's Phil Hartman on
Phil
The
Hartman
Simpsons,
was the
right?
voice of Troy McClure.
Yeah, on The
McClure
Troy
was
McClure?
on The Simpsons.
Yeah, it was pretty funny actually.
I don't remember, dude. Come on.
Okay, all right, all right.
But those were like
I'm
the
gonna
best.
go- Can I? So I have one Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young thing. Howard talking about, I don't know, some really weird song that he did about long hair, and he.
I've
tried
never
to
heard this
make
song
it
in my
like
life.
ever.
That's
And
right. I know a lot.
he tried to make it like it was a really, really integral part of his growing up. And so yeah,
Yeah, I tagged you on that one.
let's go there real quick.
I feel like letting my
freak flag fly.
Yes,
And I loved it so much because I was in high school and I had really long hair down to my waist. And I
Wasn't it
thought he
barely
was,
past his neck.
you
He
know,
hasn't said that all
those
day.
of us who maybe had a little bit of a rebellious attitude.
Waist.
I just thought my
Look at
long
that.
hair.
His
made my
waist was
nose
up
look
to his
small.
neck.
Yeah, so this
A
is
high
from the-
waist.
this is, by the way, from the BU website, and
But we have high school picture. His high school graduation picture. His hair is even shorter than that. It's a
Isn't
pure
that cookie cutter?
fro.
cookie cutter hair for the people in the 70s too, by the way. It's not even
Pretty
like
much.
rebellious.
Exactly.
Remember fucking Billy Batson from the old Shazam live action show on Saturday morning?
Dude,
It's kind of that type
Leaf
of hair.
Garrett had longer hair.
Yeah,
I
Brady
mean,
Bunch hair.
That is basic bitch Jufro from the early 70s.
Yeah,
Well, the
that's
kind
all
of hair
that
that
was.
grows out and not down.
Correct,
Look
like
at those
mine.
birthing hips, though.
Like yours. Yours grows
Yeah,
out and not
mine
down.
grows out, not down. I know that.
Look at him with his little l'chaim thingy on
Yeah,
his
look at
neck.
that, boy.
I bet you his
That's
father
sexy.
put him a nice watch.
Ladies,
like
you could have
hips.
had that.
Well,
My necklace is half Jewish.
So sexy.
so this is him circa 1974, which makes him 20.
20.
Yep, 20.
That's when you'd have the hair to your waist. That's pretty much
Hair to your
exactly
waist.
Hair to your waist.
That's
Hair to your
yes, John O'Reilly. That's the guy who tangled with all the bikers in Rockville Center. That's right.
That's
at the
exactly. That's the
Activity
one.
Center.
That
Well,
is
I
our.
mean,
That was,
based
that was
on
the
that
big
picture,
Rockville Rumble.
how long was he in college for? For 5 years? His hair wouldn't be able to get to
Was
his
he on
waist
the
in that
4-year
amount of
program or
time.
the 5-year program?
He was.
It
on the
doesn't
Van
matter.
Wilder
His hair
program.
wouldn't be able to grow out that long in that time.
Adrian Barbeau hair.
Ashley was on the 12-year.
That's so true, actually. Little
That is
cannonball run.
pretty freaking accurate there, sir. That's pretty freaking accurate. Let me see.
Every curl is manufactured.
Let me see if I can find Howard. Hold on, Howard Stern High School. God, it pops right up because I look this shit up all the time. It's really frightening.
Oh, whenever you look up
crazy.
anything, Stern, we come up all the time, like
Yeah,
in the
I
first
know.
two
We
rows.
do.
It's great.
Isn't that great?
Some Gary puppet, Photoshop. It's the second thing you
Maud's
see.
face.
That is his
Whoa!
mother. That's his
Down
mother.
to his waist. That's his graduation picture.
Sorry, ladies, he's taken.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Down to his
look
waist.
at
Center's
that,
finest.
dude.
Okay, so this is him for his senior year at Rockville Placenta in 1972. That other picture was from 1974.
Oh!
So you tell me here, that's 72, that's 74. So tell me when that got down to his waist. He had a very high waist.
Exactly. If you saw that
Doesn't
face
he
on
look
milk carton,
exactly
you
like
just
his
start
mother,
drinking
though?
orange juice.
It looks like his mother, and he also looks like his oldest daughter.
Yeah, Emily does.
Yeah,
No.
Emily. Yeah, that's so. Boy,
Like, he is very much his mother. Very much.
Slapped the yarmulke.
Look at he had those little snaggle teeth. He really had
yeah,
that.
he did. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. He smiled like a psychopath. I mean, that
Yeah.
really is not.
This is Howard's revisionist history, by the way. There's no way it grew that long, and then he
No.
cut it that short in between.
And Santos is the liar. He can't even lie about the length of his hair in very look-upable pictures like this. Howard
Very
lies
look
5 times more than Santos.
As we always say, Howard's worst enemy is wind and the internet.
I mean,
Those two things are
should
deadly
we
to
listen
him.
to his brand new mattress firm commercial, everybody?
Oh, let's listen to this nonsense.
Do we have a choice?
Nope.
Yes,
We
please.
going
I
dumb.
listen to it.
Mattress Firm.
Oh.
Mattress Firm. I love you, Mattress Firm. You're the one I go to bed with. You're the best in the world. Every night I sleep on you, best sleep of my life. Best sleep of my life. Mattress Firm. Thank you.
David, it's firm, it's firm, it's firm, it's firm,
So
it's firm.
earlier in the
They're
show,
good. They're 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 good. They are very good. They're good. Good. Good.
so
I can't even play it.
earlier in the show, this 69 IQ'd moron could not remember the album that song was on, because that's why he was saying that, because he had no idea what album the Immigrant Song was on. None. 0.0 idea what album is on. He couldn't remember. He could barely remember it was Led Zeppelin.
Biggest fan, right?
Biggest
He
fan.
told Robert Plant he's his biggest fan. That
Biggest
has
fan.
to be true. That's great commercial read, Fran Leibowitz. Great commercial
These
read.
commercial reads are
Another one.
Don't we need a little cleanser?
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play this and that. Now let's say goodbye to rainy days, to the colder nights.
Phew. Okay.
Yeah, because
Your little palate cleanser.
He was thinking that song was like on Led Zeppelin 1 or like, and everybody knows it's on Led Zeppelin 3 if you actually are a fan of the band.
Come on, Dennis, when all your music's from Napster, how would he know the album titles?
Well, he spells it wrong too.
Benny Favali's Napster.
I avoid the sun. I hate barbecue.
Yeah, with
your friends. I'm old and Jew.
We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play this or
This and
that.
that.
Someone put pen to paper and wrote that lyric down. Yes, that's the finished product.
You know, really, one day we just need to sing along with it. We just need to make our own version of that. I think
I like those lyrics. They're pretty accurate. They're incredibly accurate.
Yeah, LimeWire, Kazaa.
Okay, so I think that's it. Yet again,
Bear share, that's good accent. Bear share.
Let's go to the end of the show. I'm liking picking up the beginning of the show, the end of the show, and some shitty commercials while we do these shows. So let's go end of show.
Anyway, you know what? Tomorrow we have an open day. We'll get to the fan mail.
Oh, stop.
We'll get to a little phony phone call where you'll like this, where I play a drag queen.
Oh, we love this.
Little Howard, the drag queen. You're going to like that. Yes.
We love this. Don't we love this?
Starring myself and Chris Wilding.
Of course.
I'm so happy he has an open day.
And
also, can't wait to hear what the premise is of that little get together.
It's going to take me 15 minutes to build up the premise. It's a masterpiece. Wednesday, Pamela Anderson will be here. I haven't seen Pamela in a long time. I'm looking forward to that. I also want to thank Zip Recruiter, Rob.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Mike McGinn, perfect term for this. Drag on radio.
Yeah.
You know what? It really could end an hour earlier. Like he could really just work from 7 to 9 and be perfectly fine.
2 days a week.
And actually, yeah, exactly 2 days a week because 3 days is too much. 6 hours be too much.
It's just too much. It's just too much.
Too much. It's
Don't
too
ask.
much.
Awarding yourself an open day. You work 40 days a year and you think you're entitled to an open day, a casual Friday. But nothing like making them all count when you don't work, right? Like this.
Hey, you know what? When one has to riff, one has to riff. And
when groove.
When grooving is grooving, you must do it. And he does it better than anyone else, which means I'll probably have 40 fucking clips for tomorrow, to be honest with you. Those are his best days.
He'll say something incredibly stupid that he shouldn't say.
Yeah. Yes, Brizzo, this is an excellent point that you raised. So the biggest news from her book apparently was that Tim Allen exposed himself to Pamela Anderson back in the day when she was on Tool Time, when she was the hottest thing on TV.
When she was cute, yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
And her hair was a different color, right? She was.
They moved Seinfeld out of Wednesday because it was too strong. Because Home Improvement was too strong for it. They moved Seinfeld to Thursday.
It was so funny though. Like the only thing that Pamela Anderson is truly remembered for, and honestly, it's blowing the drummer of Motley Crue.
And Baywatch. She was very.
I understand, but those are only two things and those are over 20 years ago.
Dennis, don't you have Stripperella on Blu-ray?
Honey, that's 30 years, homie.
Oh my God, it is that long ago. 30 years 90s? Ago.
VIP,
easy.
Barbed wire, right, John?
Barbed wire.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, Coach says dumb blonde, big tits, sex tape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she's a pretty girl.
Anderson
Do you think?
in a nutshell.
She's a pretty girl.
Do you think Howard's going to mention Tommy Lee steering the boat with his penis?
Probably driving a car with his penis.
He was driving the boat with his penis.
Yes, he was.
He was steering the fucking.
Tommy Lee came after Howard a couple of years ago from him being insensitive about Heather Locklear's problems on Twitter. It's pretty good. Remember that, guys?
does he
You
understand?
know you're fucked when Tommy Lee's the voice of reason.
Okay,
I know, yeah.
First off, let us discuss that. I know we discussed this last week, but Tommy Lee looks really weird lately.
He's
Bro,
gone to
for
grandma's
the life
too
of
many
his life, he
times.
looks pretty damn good.
Oh, you think so?
Bro, he
Show that
he
picture.
used to Motley Crue. They used to shoot up Jack into their veins. Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels?
What carcass do you think would manifest itself 30 years later, 40 years later?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that all right. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Back in the day. That hat is by none other than the one from the Stern Show, whose name I can't remember right now.
What do you
Do
mean?
remember? What's her name?
Careful,
Tony
Mo.
Goldberg?
Careful where you're going with that.
Yeah, it
no,
can
it's
get very
pixelated.
explicit very fast.
That can go south
Page
really
6.
quick.
Page 6. It's pixelated. This is yeah, but he looks
You know,
really weird.
anybody that has that many, has a tattoo
Ivy
across
Supersonic. Thank you, Mike McCann.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
anybody that has a tattoo across their rib cage as a man is, that's he's stable.
Who'd have think
Quite.
that look would have a shelf life?
Who would ever think?
Yeah.
This is what he looks like now. Super
You're gonna be
weird.
looking like Matthew Broderick by
Jesus.
now.
Wow.
Uh,
I like the hair plugs. Those are looking.
Everything about him is like
That looks
super
natural,
weird.
don't it?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go
looks
natural.
absolutely
Dennis.
real.
Yeah.
He looks sick, actually. He looks.
Well,
He looks
you
like
know
a
what?
cigarette butt.
He
He really
Tony,
does.
no. The thing is, his whole life, he had that whole rock star thing where you basically do a lot of drugs and don't eat, and you stay skinny. And this is what happens though when you get old.
Yeah.
When you keep little thing about trying to stay skinny, and you're old, and you look like that.
Well, in general, you don't get old. That's the thing.
Usually you die, so you don't end up looking
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
Like this.
like, wow. Is there any thought into his tattoos? Or is just like, fuck it, just put some ink. Like,
They
do
all
something.
think that, though. They do. It's just like, fuck it. I'm just going to
Fuck
put
it,
as
just-
much
just
shit on my
draw
body as I
something.
humanly can.
He and Pam are both like, here's what we are: no makeup, no surgeries, no nothing. Like
The
us, we're
face
gonna age
tattoo is
gracefully. We're
quite
both. Yeah.
daring.
You know what, though? Nobody in Hollywood ages gracefully.
No.
Sorry. They just don't.
It's a vanity business, and I guess their job is to look a certain way. But I don't think anybody would care. He takes it to a whole other level. That's Scott Whalen.
God.
Well, he's
I
dead,
can't
though.
believe he's dead. I know. I can't. So that's one of those. That's one of those celebrity deaths that still gets to me when I do. Well, I
Which
can't
one?
forget about that. Scott Whalen.
Yeah,
So bizarre. Kind of
you
came and
kinda
went.
see it coming, though. I mean,
There's no surprise at that.
there's no surprise there. I saw him in concert. Actually, I saw him when he was. What was that band he did with Slash?
Oh God. Shit.
Revolver. Velvet
Yeah,
Revolver.
Velvet
Revolver.
Right.
And I saw him live, and I was only like maybe 10 rows back. And Jesus, he was the skinniest human I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are we talking about Scott Weiland from the Stone Temple Pilots?
Yes,
that guy.
Dude, the guy was like high on heroin like 24/7. It's shocking he
absolutely.
lived as long as he did.
He
So
was
was the kid.
sickly. I mean, he looked like the mic stand. I mean, it was scary.
No, yeah, the dude was freakishly skinny.
Ugh.
Yeah, he made Lane Staley look like
He was
friggin'
looking for
Arnold
death, bro.
Schwarzenegger. What?
He was looking for.
He's always looking for death.
Yeah.
There was no curing him. There really wasn't any cure.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, he was on the white. He was riding the white horse there, man.
We're still looking at Dumb Blonde Big Tit sex tape. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's odd though that Pam Anderson fits into Marcy's idea of what this show is supposed to be. She kind of, I would have thought she'd be marginalized by now.
No, she's old and wrote a tell-all. She fits in that whole box.
She fits the
Yeah.
box.
In the box now.
You're absolutely right. And
she's
the
gonna Zoom
old
call.
part of the
So
show.
it's like, what's the sweat there?
What?
I know you want what's on my mind.
All right, I'm going to go really quickly to, let me see if there's anything else I want from the cleaning out the computer. Let me look. David Crosby, Daryl Hannah apologizes. Graham Nash on Crosby and Young. Let's see. Howard gets Janice Dickinson to expose John Lovitz as ugly fuck buddy. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is 06. She brings in. Remember Janice Dickinson wrote that? Well, she's a mod. I don't know if anyone knows.
She's
who
a
she is.
freak, is what
Wait,
she is.
Annie Pearl died a
Who?
long time ago, right?
Like in the 80s, bro.
Yeah, like I thought she died.
She like I don't think she outlived Aunt B. What the fuck?
No, she didn't.
Janice Dickinson is sadly one of those people who you talk about people who age gracefully. This is a true classic beauty who has just made herself into such a
What the hell happened?
such wreckage.
Spoiler alert, bro.
Yeah, this is
Wow,
the
Steve
beauty.
Tyler
that-
looks horrible.
Look at this gorgeous. Look at this gorgeous
She
thing.
was something.
And
Like,
now?
oh.
She's with the band.
And now, oh my and now,
I'm gonna have nightmares now. That's nightmare fuel.
tell me
I'm
that's
not
not
gonna be able to
Caitlyn
sleep.
Jenner.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if that's what he's going for. You know how you pick a template look that he's actually aspiring.
That's not Bruce?
No, it's Janice Dickinson.
That's not Bruce
Jeez.
Jenner. Holy
Bruce Dick- that's
shit.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
That's Bruce
I guess apparently Teddy Roosevelt died.
Sometimes they just do too much surgery, and then it's just too much.
Rip torn.
Rip torn.
It's just too much.
Wow, a little too far there. Wow.
Tell me that's not Caitlyn.
It's not cool,
Seriously.
man. It's not cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, do that picture with all the 3 stages of.
No, that's
grief.
different people. That's Hadid.
That's good pictures over there.
Look.
Looks like Eddie.
Hey.
Hey.
Oi.
Oy. She
That
was a
bottom
beauty.
picture. Don't click on that. Don't click on that. No.
Monique, what was
Yeah.
her peak? What was her peak years? I'd never heard of her until the reality show.
Oh my God,
What
are you
was-
kidding? So she
Yeah,
was.
I don't really know much about her before
80s, right?
This is her, like, late 70s, early 80s, into the 80s. She was a true beauty. Honestly, she's just a
I
gorgeous.
believe it. I just
Oh, yeah.
don't know her until I don't know where I would have.
That's a real supermodel.
She's a real supermodel. She's a beauty.
Was she ever in movies or TV in any capacity back then?
Not really sure. I only knew her. She was on, she was on Vogue
I-
countless times. She was just beautiful.
Mike McVeigh, yeah, Iron Maiden cover girl.
She's a beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dickinson in the 70s and 80s. So yeah, she started in the 70s. Yeah, around the same time as that Gia Karangi, the one who died. Remember Gia?
Yeah. Angelina. Chuck Zito's in that movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he has
I didn't know
Angelina
that.
Jolie on his motorcycle driving around. It's a very
Yeah.
good part.
Yeah, so she was a beautiful girl, and she just fucked herself up. How did we get into her?
Because she.
Who knows?
She's on Howard, and they ask her about John Lovitz, and they rip into Lovitz, like the great friends that they are, like the
Oh, okay.
nest
We're
of
gonna-
vipers that they are, the two-faced nest of vipers that they are.
We are going to end our show with this then. So here we go.
Perfect.
Did you do for sex
Ooh,
in the last couple of
that's
months?
good
Are you
sound.
with someone?
Yeah, it's weird.
You don't date married men anymore. You won't date guys with girls.
Can you raise it?
I thought I had one, but I got in a relationship. I didn't want to say this. Someone who got so stalky with me, just stalky,
Stalking you?
He's stalking me, but then it was worse.
This is
We just
Lovitz.
say two things.
Who's the ugliest guy you've done? Like, who is the guy that you can't believe you had sex with?
Lauren
Did you
Page, the
do it?
hottest lover, yes.
And a great lover. Worst.
Ebb and flow.
Who is the worst
Find my
lady?
memory, Robin.
Who is the worst lady ever? I can see why a lot of guys want to bang you.
I know who the ugliest guy she had sex with because she's too kind to say. It's John Lovitz.
Oh, you are so wrong.
John
You're
Lovitz?
so evil. You're so. I feel like what's her name, Missy?
Did you have sex with him?
I did.
But he's not the ugliest guy.
He's
ever.
not.
You had sex with John
Great.
Lovitz.
I did.
And you say, I know John.
Isn't he great?
And you say, a really nice
He's
guy.
amazing.
So
Did
who
you
is?
get with him too?
I wouldn't call him a beauty, though.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I can't believe she banged him, but okay.
Well, I mean, personality, I guess, goes
That's
a
crazy.
long way, I guess.
So John Lovett's a little guy, man.
How tall is he?
Maybe she likes that. It's a fetish, I guess.
Dude, I've ran into him a couple of times. Like he used to walk to the Improv all the time to do
Yeah, yeah.
fucking little gigs. He's tiny, dude.
Let me see.
He is tiny.
Well, compared.
I remember
to
that
you.
Andy Dick story. Didn't he get into a fight with? It was like he said that Andy Dick gave Phil Hartman and Bryn Hartman drugs.
He's
There's no way he's 5'10".
5'10".
No fucking
No
way
way.
he's 5'10". None.
No,
Give him
He'd
5'6".
be my height.
Yeah. Can we discuss really quickly who's that comedian who's marrying that really wealthy woman who owns like a basketball team?
Jay Moore and Jeannie Buss.
Jay
Oh, that's
Moore.
right.
Jay
Oh,
Moore?
Buss's ex-wife?
Yeah.
Really?
Jeannie
Look
Buss
how
and
he
Jay
got
Moore.
chunky. He chunked up nicely.
Well,
You
that's
hear
Jay
the
Moore.
Brinks truck backing up?
Yeah. You know, when the Brinks truck, when that Brinks truck is coming up, it doesn't matter what you look like.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if it's a one-way street. It's okay.
Exactly.
If these two crazy kids can't make it, none of us can.
None of-
She's probably conservatively worth what, $1 billion?
She's one of the hottest girls we've had
At
on
least,
screen.
right?
Absolutely one of the hottest girls we've had on screen.
There's
He's
nothing
like,
worse than a fake
come here,
basketball
I
fan
want to
inheriting
eat
their father's
you.
team.
Net worth of $500 million.
Do you know? Yeah, you know how much
easy.
merchandise the Lakers generate a year. No matter, they could be 0-82.
Sorry.
All the posers
Her
buying Laker jerseys.
career at the age of 19, when she became the general manager of the Los Angeles String.
Her career started when she was born. Let's be honest.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
How is that possible?
She's 61. She's born in 1961. Jay
Jordan
Moore
is
is 52.
President, controlling owner of the team. Wow. She became president of the Great Western Forum. Following this, she became vice president of the Lakers after passing her father. Yeah, of course. So she was born.
The great Jerry Buss.
Wasn't she the one that gave Kobe that like gigantic contract last year when he was in a wheelchair?
Yes.
That worked
It was
out
like-
well.
That 5-year retirement tour where they just went 0-82 so he could score 81 points a game.
Exactly. It was exactly. They won like 10 games.
The
Not
NBA
that
never
contract.
felt more like the Harlem Globetrotters than those games.
How does
Although
a Jay
the Lakers are
Moore-
kind of back to that again, though.
It does seem like it, right?
Oh my God, I feel like we're on the Stern Show now talking about sports that I know nothing about.
You
So
do though. You're not.
I
You're
do,
not
I know, I like
You're
that.
okay. You're above average for a broad. You're not
I
that
like
bad.
to pretend to not know.
You went to fucking Runyon's. You lived with Costas and Chris Russo.
Hello, I won fantasy football 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's the
in a row.
greatest fantasy football story ever.
Yes, I won
Mike
thousands
Walker.
of dollars.
That's the
as a matter
great.
of
I don't
fact.
think you ever told that on. You told it to me, but I don't think you told it on.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
have the award
Shellbacks
from-
Club. Wait a minute. We're missing that. Shellbacks Club.
What?
Mo, who would you rather? Lovitz or Kaplan?
Who's Kaplan?
Jason
Kaplan?
Jason
John
Kaplan.
Lovitz. John Lovitz.
Jason Kaplan.
John Lovitz,
Come
John
on.
Lovitz. John Lovitz. That's not even a choice.
Oh, the other night, Monique, I was thinking I got a Thundercats F Mary Kill for you.
Go ahead.
Panthro,
Thundercats.
Lion-O, and Tigra F Mary Kill.
She doesn't know.
What?
Panthro,
She
Lion-O, and
didn't know that,
Tigra
dude.
F Mary Kill.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
There's no way she knows that.
I don't know who that
I know my
is.
Mo, and she don't know that.
I
don't know that.
Don't know.
I don't know that.
All right, we're leaving you guys. So we love you, and we'll talk to you mañana. Okay, have a great. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.